And now we're back on.
Your cat looks like mine. Oh, cat twinsies. I always like when I see a cat that looks almost exactly like one of our own.
Yeah, I've seen about 50 Tobys on TikTok. He's
a common
bog standard tabby as he get.
Commoner tabby.
It's like the Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Like the Buzz Lightyear meme.
When you think you're different, but then you're just a replica of other cats.
So today on the agenda is absolutely nothing. We're just doing some tutorials and hanging out. We're doing stuff late a little bit.
Yeah.
And our tutorial.
Hey, Stardust. Hey, Dahlia. Mad Metal. Oh, funny.
Hello.
Hey, Pompoof. Hey, Rose.
Oh, 6'7". That's so
Yeah,
funny.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hey, did this just start? Yeah, we just
Yep.
went live. I think I'll doodle some while watching. You know, I think I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind
Doodle
of do the
Bob.
same.
Hello, Pompoof.
Pompoof. I should draw Miko long hair this time. How about that?
What's going on? Michi, hello.
Hey, Michi.
Delish.
Got a new drink.
Opinion on the box method for drawing faces?
Box method for drawing faces.
Most things can be simplified into a box because that's kind of one of the most primitive forms. So, I mean, boxes. I'm all about boxes.
Well, actually, we did boxes.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by box method for drawing faces.
Yeah, but we've
But
done
most artists practice simplifying objects into boxes.
Hey, Sav. Hey, Mindfuller.
Hello. Hey, Lexi. Shadows. Shido. That's it.
Shido, where?
I am
Shido's-
Shido's
okay.
wife. I thought it was Shadow for a second, like a Sonic type thing.
Ooh, I bought your book of volume 2.
Ooh, awesome.
Fantastic.
Hope you like it.
I hope you like it too.
Brainrot mentioned for real. Do you guys have any other social media? Yes, we're live on YouTube as well. Draw Anime Academy on there.
Yep. Wow, I'm
You can
drawing
come
super
say
tiny.
hi in the YouTube chat. You do. Awesome. Hey, Slay. You guys helped me improve so much.
Oh, I'm so
Still
glad.
struggling with male side profile. You know, we've been thinking about doing another side profile short.
Tutorial. Oh yeah, short. Yeah, I can talk about it a little bit. Male side view. Male side profile. It's always the side profiles, isn't it?
Hey, Rose, Stardust, Psyquinum. How did we say your name again? Sage, hello, Armatox, Dahlia.
Will you be releasing volume 3 this year? We have not.
No, we haven't even really started it. We've
No.
been working so hard on some other classes, growing our social media, all that kind of stuff. Violet, I can verify you manually if you want. What's your username on Discord? I can go verify you right now.
Hey, Mac. Thank you, Hugo.
Let me go to server settings, members, and I can just search up your username.
Yep. Yeah, they're saying 1 second. Thanks. I think a male side profile is all about the angles, and it's all about the
Hugo?
Hugo. There.
BF got me sick.
Oh.
Hoping I'm feeling better come Friday, my birthday. Ooh, happy
Ooh,
birthday. Happy birthday.
happy
What?
early birthday.
I was reading the name Violet, and I said birthday, but with a V. Violet. Where? Is this it?
Valhalla.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a picture of Kirby as your profile picture? I forgot to turn streamer mode off of Discord.
Oh.
Is that you? Yeah, it is. It must be. Not add friend. I need to add
Hey,
role.
Mac. Haven't joined a stream in so long due to school. Well, I hope that you are also doing good in school too. And
Right,
Violet
that
says,
should
yep,
have
same
given
icon.
you
Oh
awesome.
yeah, that's the Kirby one. Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. 8-year cancer free today. That's awesome. Congrats.
Oh my gosh, congrats.
Congratulations,
That's so good.
Emmy. That's so great. People say hi Hugo.
How high you go?
Hugo.
Yeah, it just sounds like Hugo, like Hugo, but with an O, you know, like in
Yeah.
Naruto.
Either Sequem, or for short sigh. Sounds good.
Psyquem. Oops.
Toby, what do you think you're doing in there? Look we got Toby Kim today. He's hanging out.
Toby is the one hanging out today. Oh, look at that.
We got little Toby Kim.
Lovely little face.
Toby, hi.
Toby, look how small his face is. He has the smallest face out of all our 3 kitties. Oh, it's also because he's still a kitten.
Tobeans, yo. I need to get my watercolor kit, chat.
Do it.
Tia. So what do... Oh, yeah, side profile of males.
Yeah.
You can talk about that while I go get my stuff.
Sure. So whenever I do a side profile, I always draw this line right here, and I'll do it in red. And this is because this is kind of like a guideline to where I'm going to stop most of my features. So, like, my forehead will come out from here, and then my bridge of the nose will go down and stop at this point. So it's kind of like a good little anchor to ground your drawing, so it's not flying all over the place. And then I also use this as a good little measuring stick to put my little tick marks in. Hey there! Don't stop making these live. I love watching you guys a lot. Oh, thank you, Lovers Cupid. Really appreciate it. So this is what I do. Is I'll use this and then I'll start dividing. So here's my brow, here's my eyes. My eyes is about halfway. My nose is down here, my mouth is down here. And once again, I use this as a guideline so I can push the nose out a little bit more, push it back in. Now the mouth is a little bit tricky because it's not like this, where it's like going like all the way back in there, although it could look pretty good. I actually push it out just a tiny bit, and I make sure that's more of like at a diagonal. So look at that shape right there. It's not like this, it's a little bit smoother, and it's actually a little bit rounder. And then I overlap my lips on top of this. So when I draw my lips...
Hey, Colton. Hello, person with no username.
Hey. It's kind of hard to call you, what to call you, because it has no username on it. 8.
How's it going?
Look like Uncle Fester from Wednesday. No, he doesn't.
Uh-huh.
He don't look like Uncle Fester.
I have no idea who that is, but you're probably right. The lips were my problem.
So this is the part where things get confused about lips. It's like a lot of people draw them like this. Now, of course, there's lips that do look like this, but it actually slopes out, and then it's a little bit flat at the bottom like this shape.
I followed y'all because you guys look like nice people. Well, looks can be deceiving. Luckily, this time they're not. Welcome, Vix. I still remember last love when Colton said he was proud of some of us. For real. Yeah, last live. Some of you. No, I'm kidding. Most of you. Some of chat. You can be pretty disappointed in sometimes. Not you guys, though.
Funny. So yeah, I draw my lips like this. Swoop out. Kind of chisel it in so it's a little bit more of a straight edge. And then I draw like a little curve to show the lip. And then the bottom lip is a little bit rounder. Goes in, and then out comes the chin. And there's my side profile. We actually have a video on this on our TikTok. It's like a really short video on how to draw a male side profile and a female side profile, but they're in 2 different styles, so you can check that out as well for reference. And then some people, when they draw the eyes, they go like way too close. Now, this is fine if your head is turning more like towards the back. That way your eye does get to this point, but if it's like a regular side profile, I would sink it in a little bit more. Like that. Male side profile. I just do the generic anime mouth side profile. I don't know what generic is, to be honest with you. Cause like there's so many different styles, right? There's this style where like the whole mouth is just like this. Yeah. And then there's...
Yeah. We were watching Cardcaptor Sakura the other day, and depending how close the camera is zoomed into the characters determines how they draw their mouth.
That's true.
So if they're zoomed out pretty far, they draw this one. Mm-hmm. If they're zoomed in pretty close, they'll draw this one.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because they'll do like a wide, a close-up, an extreme close-up. They'll draw the extreme close-up like this, and they'll draw just the normal close-up kind of like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So in the exact same anime, depending on how like close the shot is to their face, they'll draw features completely differently.
What app are you using? This is Procreate. How do you recommend drawing big lips for site profiles? Ooh.
Do you guys do tutorials on color theory? Yes, Adrian. What do you want to know about colors?
We can do color theory.
Color is a lot of fun.
Color theory. I'll move all this to the side.
What do you guys think sometime about a proper watercolor tutorial stream? Like how to use watercolors, how to control the medium. I'm a bit of an expert myself. I've only started using watercolors like 3 days ago. So I feel like it might be about time for a bit of a tutorial, huh? 3-day expert tutorial stream. I wanted to send a piece and ask what's wrong with it. Why not? Are you in the Discord server? You can send it to the
one of the art share channels.
Art share channels.
Art share 3.
Maybe
and tag us.
Maybe art help or critique channel. I'm not gonna do a full-on critique, but I could take a look at it if you want. Are you in the Discord? Okay, yeah. The Discord server. You can find the invite. Blue card on the bottom.
Blue card. Oops.
I guess that works. So the Discord invite is on there. Drawanime.com.
Oops. I didn't know if you wanted to say
Big
anything
lips. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you could draw big lips. Like what? Like the person got stung by a bee?
else.
Like you
I was
could
thinking
go...
like puffy lips.
You could
Oh
do
wait,
something
they
like
can't see
that.
that. Oh no.
Like, oh, the person got stung by a bee, and there's like a little bee. There.
It's so funny.
And then it's all like,
Yeah, there's like a little bit of blush.
there you go.
And then let's draw like a little. I got my lip. What I would do is, I mean, yeah, I would just expand it. So let me think of how to do this. What I would usually do is I'll just decide where my chin's going to be, and then I'll decide like, okay, well, the lips generally come like right after the nose,
Botox lips, yeah.
and so I just make them thicker.
Do you think Procreate is worth the money? I will tell you right now, I have not found a single art program that is worth the money more than Procreate. It's like $12. It is one of the best, and I mean the best, art apps for iPad ever created in the history of mankind. That is my opinion on Procreate.
Wow, very high praise.
It's good,
It is good.
even though I don't like it very much because I don't use it. It is so good. Their blending tools are phenomenal. They are compatible with any Photoshop brush. It's literally so good. It's a one-time payment. You have it forever. I bought Procreate in like when I still had hair. Still have it. It's great. I would 100% recommend it. It's not a subscription. It's like $12. $12? Like $12? That's nothing.
It is nothing. It is nothing compared to like your whole life.
Look, if you can't figure out how to get $12 to buy an art program, you got bigger problems than an art program.
That's true. It's kind of true, actually.
Save birthday money, find money on the street, go walk through the store, look under the shelves for money. Procreate is absolutely phenomenal.
I really enjoy it. I mean, it's so versatile. You can download like Photoshop brushes on there as well on Procreate, and you know, there's a lot of good Photoshop brushes that some people can't use because they're on like a different program, like Ibis or Krita, and it's just difficult,
Yeah.
you know.
And Club Studio is fantastic. Like
I love
there's a
Club
lot of
Studio.
fantastic art programs, but the person asked specifically about Procreate. Can't beat $12. I mean, you could beat me with free, but then you're gonna get ads in app
Yeah.
most of the time.
And this app don't have any ads. I mean, there is a light version, but I think that's only for the phone.
Yeah, Procreate Pocket.
Yeah,
Honestly, Procreate Pocket is pretty good too.
it is pretty good. Did someone ask about wanting to learn about color theory? If so,
Yeah.
did they specify?
They were talking about sharing an artwork of some kind. Adrian, did you figure out how to join and share an artwork?
Yeah, I think with bigger lips, you just I would say the ratio is very similar, but I would actually even just look at the difference between this one and this one. I actually dropped the chin down a little bit more to fit the thickness of the lips, because if I made these lips like really thick, it will look really awkward with the chin. So actually that doesn't look too bad. Sometimes you kind of just gotta finesse it a little bit, but sometimes I would if the lower lip gets really, really big, I would have to lower the chin just a bit to make it feel like more natural. But completely up to you. I just expand it.
Yeah, some person in here named Adrian was asking about color theory earlier.
Okay.
Adrian? You mean like, hey, Adrian? Nobody gets... No, probably very few people know that reference.
Teach us everything possible. Oh boy, we'd be
Who's
here
seen
for
Rocky?
forever.
Any of you seen Rocky? Could you do male torso anatomy sometime?
Yeah. We might as well also add that to the list. Male torso anatomy. I will probably just do something very simple though. And I'll go a little bit slow, not slower, but I won't go super fast. So until we get more clarification on the color theory part, we'll do that.
Adrian, explain our friend group. I know that's probably a reference to something, but I don't have any idea what it is. Chat is my brain rot guide.
Brain rot, a guide to being more savvy with brain rot terms.
Most people, when they say chat GPT, they mean the AI, but when I say chat GPT, I mean chat. What does that mean?
Chat.
You guys are the chat.
You guys are the chat GPT.
Yes. What brush is that? Ravi? You can get it for free. For absolutely free. It's on this green card here. Right here.
Kind of hard to grab that index card.
Pretty much all of the stuff on stream is on this website. Our classes, our Discord, the brush. It's free. You can download it there. Screenshot that.
Yes.
And type that into your browser. Drawanime.com. You can get the brush. How many people in here use this brush? How many of our regulars like this brush? There's probably a good couple just here right now that use this brush.
I forgot to get water.
Yep. I'll get you some in a
Oh,
sec.
thank you.
But there you go. Me, Slay, Gizmo, Soup.
Nice.
Nice. Nay. I thought you were saying nay. Is that how you say it?
It's nay.
N-A-E. I will be using this brush when I get Procreate. Maru says I use it. It's great. We single-handedly are responsible for distributing this brush to the masses.
It makes us sound like we're like brush dealers.
Bro, we still need to make a brush pack that's literally just like sell out. Like we draw on stream and people are like, what brush is this? And if you make the brush big, it's just a stamp that says like drawanime.com.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Like buy anime art school.
Yeah,
Miki,
buy anime arts.
Miki Biki.
Miki, best OC.
I sent the piece in art hell. Oh, that doesn't look too bad.
That looks pretty good. Yeah.
What do you want to know?
You're pretty far along in it.
Yeah.
With it. The skin?
Skin?
I think the skin looks pretty skin-like.
Yeah, it looks pretty skin-like. You got some purples
Got
in
some
there
nice warms.
that add some warmth. You could, I would say...
Ooh.
So you got that really light shining on the face. I would say you could probably, instead of using like a green transition between the light and shadow, you could experiment with some maybe warms, because it's pretty cool. I would say maybe experiment with like a purple or something that really implies subsurface scattering, unless she has like green blood or something.
Yeah, I would say instead of the green glow on the subsurface, I would use a warmer
It's pretty.
tone. It is good.
It's honestly
It's
pretty
quite
nice
good.
though. It's pretty nice stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
And you even got some boxes in the background.
Yep. It looks very nice.
Yeah,
And actually,
very.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
it feels like skin, which is I think the
hard
goal,
part.
the hard part. Yeah.
Yeah, skin has a really specific way of needing to render it.
Yes, we do have a Discord server. It is on our website, drawanime.com, and you'll find the invite in there.
Y'all.
Sharing art to the server is so refreshing for some reason. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you think about that.
Overall, I like the cool color palette.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very, very cool color palette.
Yes.
And I kind of like that. I would say if a bright light is shining on the skin, it's definitely going to get some warm subsurface scattering.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys good at color theory? So can you teach me, what do you want to learn about color theory? Because that is on our list. What is your opinion on Ibis Paint? I'm sure it's good. I never used it. Do you know how to draw a cute dog or a wolf? I'm curious to see what it would look like if you do.
I missed the name of the brush.
Oh.
Just screenshot. That's not the brush.
That's not it.
It's the same link, but just screenshot that.
Yep.
It's a free download on our website. You can also get it in the Discord server. Just type !brush in any channel, and you can get it in there. But yeah, screenshot that. What's your opinion on Ibis Paint? Never used it, actually. You guys good at color theory? I wouldn't say I'm good at it. I can use it.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing with your hands? Oh, I was doing this, which is like a little thing that you can do with your hands to create like a window or a viewfinder.
What are they?
So they were asking what I was doing with my hands. I think they saw me doing this.
Yeah.
Because I was doing that with the
Robert
with the
Limler
character.
does that.
Yeah. Well, this is basically like a way to create like a mini composition.
Yeah.
So like, it's like a viewfinder, but like with your fingers. So
Yeah,
you can
our
zoom
oil
in,
painting
zoom
teacher
out,
does that a lot.
make it really small, make it more like rectangular and stuff. It's actually pretty useful.
Is there somewhere I can ask for an art critique? You know, we haven't really done critiques very much. Maybe at some point. The thing with critiques, it's actually really nice to be able to do critiques live. Like, I know a lot of YouTube channels and stuff, they do critiques and people will submit them in channels, but when you're live, you can ask what people's, like, intentions are.
Yeah.
Because, like, critiques are, like, everything. The only thing that matters in an artwork is, like, the spec. Like, the specification of why you're making something.
Yeah.
So, like, I could have an opinion on a piece of art, but it might completely violate
what you want to do with
it.
what
you wanted to do in the first place. So it's so incredibly dependent. You know, like I could say, oh, give this character, make the character's hat larger. But what if the brief said the character's hat is small? That came up all the time in concept art, is you absolutely have to know what you're going for. And if you're just going for vibes, then it's totally fine. Like, you can just do whatever you want. But I can't tell you how many times on a project, like, you would make a decision, and you wouldn't make that decision anymore because of the spec. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, the character had very pale clothes. Well, you wouldn't boost the saturation on them then.
Or contrast, probably.
Yeah, or like low contrast, or very flowing.
All right, so somebody was asking about some male anatomy. I would say, if you're going to do that, have these 2 steps first. This is your proportion.
I have a question about the art school course for drawing perspective. How in-depth is it? It's pretty heckin' in-depth. And another thing is, I cover a lot of composition in the painting class as well.
Yeah, and backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah. So, it covers 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, 3-point perspective. I cover drawing perspective intuitively. I cover how to break down environments, overlap things, layering things, drawing things. Like, a lot of the difficulty of drawing things in perspective is things look much more natural when they're off 90.
Yeah.
And so it becomes really, really important to be able to draw off 90-degree objects because they look a lot more natural.
This is just some of the stuff that you're going to be learning. But he takes you from, like, the very basics, like, okay.
Hugo, we generally don't do art help stuff. That was kind of just me being like, sure, why not?
Yeah, we
may do a specific critique stream at some point. Yeah, so that's like the 2-point perspective and some basic stuff on that. Ribbons. This one's really important. This one right here is really important. Being able to draw objects at any angle in proportion.
Mm-hmm. Can I join the academy?
You can.
Yeah, you can. You can go to drawanime.com.
Monday.
And Anime Art School, which is the yellow button. You can click on that. That's all the information on all the classes. And so, yeah. And that's what we were just showing earlier.
I teach a lot of perspective stuff.
It's just some of the work that he's done and has you go through. and stuff. So it's very, very in-depth. I would say it's probably one of the most in-depth classes on perspective. And just drawing things intuitively.
I think it's pretty good.
Well,
you know,
I think
and
it's very
a lot of it comes from, like, it's practical. I think most perspective classes don't teach perspective from a practical, like, how do I actually use this standpoint. They go, here's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, okay, bye.
Yep.
And it's like,
okay, bye.
that's kind of what it is. Like, what are some really important things for perspective? Well, how do I draw objects at different angles?
Does it cost money? Yes, it does.
Yeah,
does
the
cost
art
money.
school does. It drives me absolutely crazy as well. And I would say, like, one of the biggest things is, like, really learning how to use perspective intuitively. So when you do a sketch, you don't have to find your vanishing point and horizon line. Like, you have an idea of where your horizon line is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you can always go back later and fix. So if you learn how to draw perspective intuitively, you can be accurate enough that when you go to clean up your drawing, it's already mostly correct and you really only need to tweak it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the class is focused on, like, intuitive perspective, which is like drawing objects that are accurate enough that they can be cleaned up later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can even, where's my iPad? Can you grab it?
Your iPad, yes.
And just unplug it. I'll just show you a little bit of what I mean. My art. Apparently my iPad shut down because it died. Like, all of these, I never even found the vanishing points for any of this stuff. That one, I never found the vanishing points for that one. I never found any vanishing points for this one. I never found any vanishing points for that one. Or for that one. Well, probably that one a little bit, because it's basically just 1 point. Well, it's 2 point, but it's mostly like a 1 point shot. Right? But you'll see, like, how natural things start to look when you have different objects that are out of perspective of the scene, right? Like the wagon wheel and the wagon and stuff. Like, learning how to do perspective intuitively allows you to go, this boat is out of perspective of the other stuff in the shot, right? This airship is different than this airship in terms of the perspective. I never found any vanishing points for this shot. I found the horizon line. Horizon line's really important.
Well, it just looks like convincing enough that it looks like it's correct.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean vanishing points aren't important. Like, they are. And you should definitely do a lot of exercises with them. But most professionals, when they're actually working and sketching, they're not, like, dragging really delicate, accurate lines out of their vanishing
It's not like
points.
a draftsman. Yeah, it's not like a draftsman.
Yeah. I don't understand vanishing points. Are they like the vertices of a 3D box? They are the point at which something gets so far away you can't see it anymore. A vanishing point would literally be anywhere. It's like, imagine you throw a baseball. Yeah. And it gets so far away, right? Here's the baseball, my kneaded eraser, and it goes and goes and goes and goes. Eventually, it's so far you can't see it anymore. It twinkles, like when Team Rocket blasts away in Pokemon. That's a vanishing point. Something can disappear anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. That's really all a vanishing point is. It's just the point where something gets so far away you can't see it anymore. And with a box, the sides converge further and further away. It just gets chopped off before then.
Mm-hmm.
I can show it a little bit if you want.
Sure.
Just like, so imagine I have a vanishing point. Boop, there's a dot. If I pull some lines out of it and do this, that's the side of a box, right? Doesn't matter if this is a tilted horizon, and then other side, right? Like that. The vanishing point is basically just, you go so far into the distance, you can't see it anymore. It's just,
Oh, that little knife?
it's just you cut it off. Yeah. You just cut it off before it gets that far. So like if this were a really, 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 really long box, it would literally just look like this. Like a wall. It's just a box. You cut it off before it gets too far away. Are these live saved? Yes. We have a YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about some anatomy. Nothing too crazy. because it might blow your brains off.
Me like femboys. I can see that by your username.
See that by.
That's great.
All right, so here's the glutes.
How was your B-Day, Colton? It was pretty good. We had Korean barbecue, and I had diarrhea all night.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not funny. But
I don't know
the way
why.
how you said it was really funny. A lot of the times, Colton, what will happen to Colton is it's like horrible for him, but the way he says it is super funny. So I end up laughing at his suffering.
The heck is at our front door?
Package probably.
Deliveries. Maybe a delivery or something.
So the only
Korean barbecue.
it was good. Only few muscles that I think about for drawing like quick bodies is the traps, right? Which is these muscles. This neck muscle right here, not going to say the name, starts with an S. The shoulder muscle, which is the deltoid, the pecs, and the abs generally. Obviously, I add a bit more on the rib cage, but the abs are really crucial for the torso as well as the obliques, and the obliques are just on the sides. So there's only a few muscle groups that you just really need to memorize and know where the placement is. But this will be very, very hard to do unless you get these two correct, which is your proportion and your setup for volumes, and that is what I teach in anime art school. So the reason why people always mess up on anatomy is because they always start with trying to get everything like out all at once, but you have to think compartmentalizing it. You have to think about it in a compartmentalizing way first, which is simple to complex later. So hopefully that helps. I love drawing muscles, Loki. Honestly, I totally agree with you. One of my favorite muscles to draw is this this muscle called the brachioradialis, this part right here. One of my favorite muscles to draw because it makes the forearm look really nice.
Yeah, it's a really great muscle, and
It's
it
a
kind
really
of
cool
twists
muscle.
around your arm. Like when you've got your hands down like this, you can see the back of your hand. It kind of like starts and twists over your arm, and it actually mimics the radius.
The radius, yeah.
It kind of mirrors your radius, which is the bone in your arm that moves and allows your wrist to twist.
How can I get the right proportions for hands? I feel like I have to draw them many times in order to get them right. They're either too big or too small.
So you mean in proportion to the body?
If you have your head,
You're actually in luck.
you're in luck.
Because the hand measurement is actually the measurement most people use to measure the entire body.
So what I would do is I would say, take your head, divide it into thirds. This length right here is generally approximately the size of your hand.
Yep. So, your hand.
Now I may have made it a little bit too big, too small, whatever.
Your hand is 2/3 of your head. So you go down to the bottom of your nose. That's basically hand length. Then you go from the bottom of your nose to the pit of the neck. This is where the clavicle comes together. That's another hand length. Then you come down another hand length. That's the opening of your rib cage. Come out a hand length in this direction. That's another hand length. Here's your rib cage. Remember, it goes above the pit of your neck. Kind of looks like this. So if you break the body into 6 equal parts, half of one of those parts is a hand length. It's the most common unit of measurement for bodies, for drawing bodies. And then if a person has big hands, you just make them a little bit bigger.
Yep,
If the person has small hands, you make it a little bit smaller.
but not too small.
Yeah, it's probably the most common unit of measurement if you take a figure drawing class.
This upper body.
Yep. The upper body is going to be 6 hands.
Yep.
And the upper body is from your pubic bone to the top of your head.
So this is the crotch.
To the bottom.
The bottom of your pubic. Yeah, it's the bottom of pubic bone.
You can just write crotch.
Yeah. So anytime you see someone's I shouldn't say it like that. Anytime you look at a figure and you look at their full body, understand that the crotch is going to be basically halfway. So this will consist of the legs and the feet. This will be the upper body. Right, so just memorize that, and then you'll basically be able to fit all the other pieces together, like where the hands go and the elbows go, because the elbows go at around the bottom of this rib cage, and then you can swing out from the crotch, and there's going to be your wrist and your hands. And if you have like your hand along with the rest of your body and your head, you can literally just like manually check your proportions. So like if I want to check if my proportions are correct to this head, I would literally go like this. I would take this and try my best to keep it still, but looks like my hand's a little bit too big because I literally just moved it to my head in relationship to it. And so I'm like, okay, I'll make it smaller. That feels a little bit better. So sometimes you could just do it like that. Is it bad that I start with the fingers?
Not necessarily.
If you make sure that your proportions for the hands are correct, if you start with the fingers, that's totally fine. But yeah. So we did some male anatomy.
Yummy.
Can y'all judge my OC's color and feel meh about it? Up to you, Colton.
I'll see if it speaks to me. Where is it? Art help?
I don't know what your username is on Discord.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I can't really tell. It's just a blank space for me on TikTok.
I have no idea what your username is.
How do you move that hand? Can you show me what hand? I would say if you start off with the fingers, sometimes if you start with something really detailed, just like this, you'll be like, okay, well, now I expended all my mental energy on the fingers and making sure that they look pretty. And then everything else, like your mind gets tired and then you'll start like kind of missing proportions for like the palm, for example. So I always start with something big before doing something small. Okay, they posted it.
Huh?
Okay, looks
That's
like
cute.
that's the one. It's nice.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just keep moving along with it. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like, I don't really know what your intention is, so I wouldn't really, because I could tell you to go one direction, but you may not want to go that at all.
Yeah.
So without, like, specific knowledge on where you want to go with it, it's very difficult to give a critique.
Yeah.
Because I could say, oh, make the wings on the hair bigger, but maybe that's not the intention of the design,
I
right?
think they're talking about the coloring.
Coloring specifically?
Yeah, I don't think it looks bad.
I mean, the coloring is fine, yeah. I would say,
Are you talking about like, oh, how do you go further with shading the hair, for example? Do you want to leave it like that?
some things are telling me that the light is coming from the top left, and other things are telling me that it's not.
Yeah.
So, for example, like the shadow under the chin tells me the light is coming from above. The shadow on the sleeve of her hand that's up is telling me that the light is coming from the left. But then the shadow on the shoulder that's on the very right is not consistent with the sleeve that her hand is at. So just little things like that, if that's what you mean. The shadow, the color of it, the values, all that kind of looks good.
Yeah.
But I kind of look for stuff like that. Like if I'm contradicting my lighting from one side of my image to the other, that tends to potentially cause issues.
Yeah.
Hey crits, welcome back. Gotta go. It feels too sicky to focus right now. For real. How does one improve that? Basic form rendering.
Yeah. Like if I were to...
I like this piece though. It's really good.
It's a very nice piece. It's very pretty. Like if I were to go and, make some corrections with the shading, I find that you're probably shading too much of like the edges and you're kind of being a little bit timid. Like you're shading the small bits rather than thinking in larger masses. Let me make this a little bit brighter.
We don't generally do critiques on stream.
Yeah, we don't, because it tends to be like a big snowball effect where people start asking us for critiques all the time.
Yeah.
But like here, for example, is a good area to shade because it's a nice big area and that generally doesn't have light coming through it.
And it feels like it would have depth, right?
Yeah.
Because your light, according to this sleeve right here, is coming from the left.
Yeah.
The right or the left side is lit, the right side is in shadow. And then you've got this big piece of hair coming out in front of her cheek. This back here, to me, feels like it would be back further in and get blocked by the side hairs and probably get put in shadow.
Yep.
Same with like this sleeve on the very right side here.
Yeah.
If you're keeping the shading consistent with this, there would probably be shade right here as well. Because they're both forms that are turning away from us, going off. The colors are good, the value is good, I like the style, it's all really nice.
Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting if we did do like paint over streams sometime.
Yeah,
I
we
think
can do
it'd
it
be
sometime.
interesting.
Create some OCs sometime soon. That's fun.
That is
like,
kind of fun.
I do like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We've actually been talking about doing that again. We put it on our list.
Yeah, I definitely understand though, because it's really hard. I would say literally draw a light source. Draw a 3D arrow for a light source and say, okay, this is my light source.
Mm-hmm.
And based off of this light source, it will tell you where your shadows are. Whoa!
What is this?
Whoa, crits!
Ada crits can with, oh my goodness, $30 super chat. This is wild. Here's a very late birthday gift for you, Colton. I'm sorry I won't be able to finish the piece for you. Hopefully this is an okay replacement.
Well, if it's late.
I didn't expect anything, Crits. Thank you so much. That is very nice
That
of
is so
you.
sweet. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Can we get some W's in the chat for Crits with a $30 super chat on YouTube? If y'all heard that, Ada, that's what that was. Absolutely wild, Crits. Thank you so much. Honestly, I feel like I think Crits should probably get put on the list for OC drawing
Heck
or something.
yeah.
That's wild.
I'll do it. Crits.
That is very nice of you. Birthday
When you
gift.
give, you
You know,
get-
I'm
give
still
them
riding
gifts.
off of that high of the Rat Abbey from a long time ago. That one, still, I still think about it. I still look at it sometimes.
So like if I were to shade this face with this type of lighting, all my shadows would basically be going towards the right, our right.
Mm-hmm.
So that means just kind of think about like things graphically, right? Light direction. This will kind of be like where the shadow is more descriptive on the neck, for example. That shows that the light is coming from here, and that way the shadow that's casting on it is a diagonal shadow.
I call her Rabby.
Rabby, that's cute.
That's cute. Rabby. Oh my gosh, we need a TV series right now of that.
So anything that's in front, that's leaning towards the light source is going to be in light. Anything that's away from it is going to be covered in shadow, right? Like here, for example, I'll cover this more in shadow. More in shadow.
Really? I'll be on the lookout for that.
What?
Sending a DM to y'all later tonight after stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I would even say, for this kind of stuff, practice your primitive forms. So we've got a sphere, cylinder. I don't want to make that so dark. We could have a cube. And so if we use this lighting direction, what we get is this. This is going to be in shadow. So this is just your primitive form rendering, right? If this is coming down like this is going to be actually a complicated one because pretty much all of this is actually going to be in shadow.
Yeah.
But we'll cheat it and we'll draw this cylinder from a direction where we would actually be able to see the shadow pretty well.
Do you think just rotate it?
Yeah, actually we'll just do that.
It's a very nice cylinder.
I eat cylinders for breakfast. Okay, so here we go, right? It's eraser. Here's my light direction. It's going away from us. So it would basically be probably something like more along the lines of that. You know, this one right here going away from us. You know, we can cheat it a little bit and we can go, here's a 3, here's a 2, and here's a 1. And if these were to cast shadows, there would be a shadow. There would be a shadow.
Can you explain rendering in general? This is kind of
There
rendering.
would be a shadow, right? If this is going away from us, we might get a little shadow back there. So all the head and hair is just these things put together.
Mm-hmm.
Rendering in general, it's kind of like perspective, honestly. I'll show you some of the rendering stuff that I do in Anime Art School. Can y'all hear that?
Can y'all hear that jet flying by?
Yeah. So some of the lessons that I do in Anime Art School is I teach rendering. I teach this stuff. So for example, here is a calculated piece with a cylinder with a cone sitting on top, and these are the calculations for the drop shadows. So I go in and I calculate all of the lighting drop shadows using a light source. So for example, this one right here, here's all the calculations. Essentially, light travels in a straight line, and whatever is blocking the light will cast a shadow. So you'll get shadows that will come up and creep over other objects, like that. And that's how this kind of stuff happens, where you get shadows that crawl up the sides and over the top of other forms. And it's very mathematical. That's why game engines can do this. That's why you can render things in 3D programs. It's mathematical, and you can learn it. You can learn it in art school. You can learn it from different classes.
He uses this triangle right here
Yeah.
to show the direction of the light and where it's going to be cast. And he uses that same triangle everywhere where there's like points that are connecting to it. And that determines the shadow shape for the cast shadow.
And then I do more demos. So these are all calculated. These are all calculated. This is actually 2 light sources. You can see there are 2 shadows from each object. Here's another one. And so all of this stuff can be learned. Like, you can learn this stuff. You can turn your brain into like a little rendering engine. So this one was painted from scratch, and the light source, it's a point light in the middle of the room. So all of these shadows cast over everything are being cast by this light. So it's the same thing with drawing anime heads and faces.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't taken this out in a while, but it's the same thing like this.
Yeah.
Like this right here, you shine a light on it, you can see it changes. If you put it below, you've got cast shadows going up. If you put it above, you've got shadows and form and core shadows and bounce light going below. From any angle. It's all mathematical. This stuff can be calculated.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you learn how to do those calculations, if you take them in a class, like what we teach in Anime Art School, or if you learn them from a book, Scott Robertson has a book called How to Render. It's a very technical book, but it does teach this stuff.
Yep. And it is very technical.
Yeah.
That's why we like teaching. Colton likes teaching in a more simpler way.
Yeah, and so it's really like you do the exercises enough times where you can kind of shorthand it. Because like very few people on professional projects like calculate all of the shadows like that. But they all did it as students. And when you do it a bunch of times as a student, you kind of get a feel for what it would be or what it wouldn't be. And if you can't quite figure it out, you can always run a quick calculation and be like, would this have a shadow on it? And you can just go, okay, light source. Nope. Or, yep.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite ways to draw a hand pose is kind of on a different topic is starting with a side view. Literally, I'll just like draw my wrist. I'll draw my palm, like pinky side or thumb side, whichever it is. Generally, pinky side will have this shape.
Have you done that on a TikTok before?
Yeah, I think I have.
It's like this exact thing. Like how to draw the hand from a side view. That would go super mega viral.
Can you write that down?
And as long
somewhere?
as we have plenty of references to food, oh, it'll go viral.
Oh yeah, that's true. So then I'm like, okay, here's my palm direction, here's my wrist direction. And so your hand can move 90 degrees this way, but maybe like 45 or so degrees the other way. I mean, some can obviously go like all the way flat, but generally this is a little bit more natural. This is, like, you see a lot of people with hand poses that are like this, right? But not so much the other way. It will look broken, even though some people could naturally do it. So any kind of range between that and that will be fine. Like, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. So it's just deciding, like,
you're pretty
piece
safe.
by piece.
Pretty much 90 degrees to 45 degrees. If you draw it past that, even though people may be able to do that, you'll have some viewers feeling like the hand is broken.
Yeah. And so then you can decide, like, okay, how do I want the fingers to overlap? Do I want it like this? Do I want it like this? Where it's like maybe the pinky is up and the rest of the fingers are close together. Depends on you. I like doing this because it's actually very interesting. Has a lot of overlaps. It's really cool. Another one that I like to do is just fan it out. What?
I was gonna say you could draw the hand and it looks completely broken in order to farm engagement. Write that down. Write that down, chat.
So yeah, you could straighten them out, fan them like that. Just make sure that they're overlapping each other, and the middle finger and the palm are about roughly the same height. And I always like to push the thumb out like this because it's very flamboyant. It's fun, It's just another way to think about hands. I can do it this way too, where okay, well maybe the hand we're facing the palm side, and how do I want to draw the fingers? Which side am I showing? Am I showing the pinky side this way, or am I showing the thumb side here? Let's do the thumb side. So my thumb, I can push it in like this. And then so there's a hierarchy in the way how fingers bend, right? If you look at a bunch of statues, look at a bunch of illustrations and see how they position their hands, right? Because you can't really just think of a pose from imagination and say it's like, oh yeah, this is, I don't know. You got to look at some reference, right? Some people like to pose their hands like this, where one finger is higher than the rest. And there's like a nice little valley, just like that. High, low, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. That creates, really cool depth. So let's say, hey, we'll push the index finger out. And the rest of the fingers are lower, but maybe this pinky comes out. Mm-hmm. So you can just try that and see what combinations you can come up with.
Oh, yes. Howdy, Snaz. Bro, I always miss the streams. I don't know why my notifications don't work. You can join the Discord server and turn your notifications for content updates on, because we pretty much always notify the Discord server every time we go live.
I used to screenshot my hand and trace it. Hey, it's your image. Totally fine.
I mean, that's valid. That's valid.
It is valid. I remember when I used to do more photo bashing, I would literally take a picture of my hand and just paste it in my artwork.
It can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you may be taking a screenshot of your hand in a different camera lens than you're drawing, and it could look off.
That is true.
Yeah. Photos are taken in different camera lenses. Like, how close your hand is or how far your hand is from the lens is a really big deal, because your drawing might be in, say, a 50 millimeter lens, but the picture of your hand might be in like a 24 millimeter lens. Phone cameras tend to see pretty wide. So you can end up with a hand that's in a different perspective lens than the rest of your drawing, and something will look off. You may not be able to tell. Pros will be able to tell.
Yeah.
I would be able to tell.
Yep,
I'd be like,
your camera lens is off.
I'd be like, not in like a bad way. Like, it's your photo, you can do what you want.
But more like it's kind of obvious that it's not integrated.
But if you want to get hired at like a studio, like a studio to do art, I guarantee you the art director would know.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
Another tip with hand poses is think about the story of your hand. Like, what's your hand doing? Is your character like lightly touching a portal with their finger? And so, oh, that's cute. And so, if you just try that pose by yourself, just look at the way how your hand is posed. Like, very delicate. It's like, oh, it's not like this, right? This is very aggressive. Yeah, this is very creepy, right? Lots of angles. This, I don't know what it is. I can't really explain why, but this feels delicate to me because you're like, oh.
It's like relaxed.
It's a relax. Yeah, exactly. It's a relax. It's not crazy tense. And so when I'm thinking about my character or whatever hand pose that I'm doing, I think, what are they doing? What's the purpose of this hand? Are they clutching, their pearls or something? I don't know. Are they doing this? Are they doing this? And so that will determine your hand pose. I think it's kind of interesting to say, like, oh, I need a hand pose tutorial. I'm like, well, what do you want to do with your hands? So,
do you tolerate violence, and would you befriend or be around someone that has hit you violently every day with a cat? You guys are so sweet. Stop.
Oh, we are married.
How do you draw the wrinkles at the joints? I always get them wrong. Usually at joints you mean with clothing? You get half locks.
Wrinkles at the joints.
You mean with clothing, Dorian?
I thought they mean like wrinkles like this, or at the joints of the arms, or not the arms, the hands, like this. but that's because I'm.
Oh,
on
you
hands.
mean the wrinkles of like the skin or wrinkles of like clothing?
Yeah, which one do you mean?
Yes, the skin.
Okay, so now you don't have to draw every single wrinkle, that's for sure. But generally, when your finger is bending, you'll almost always see like a little pocket of excess skin. So sometimes it's more apparent, but when your fingers bend and overlap, there's gonna be a crease.
Mm-hmm.
And this bulges out, then a crease, bulges out, and then a crease. And then when let's say your pinky, this is the harder part. I need to do it. I gotta do this part here. Lot of excess. It's just because there's a lot of excess skin, right? That's just being crinkled together. So you'll see a lot of that in here. You don't have to add it everywhere, but
My sketches are always better than my line art, IDKY. That's really common. There's actually a concept called plussing. And I don't remember. Is it like a DreamWorks term or a Disney term?
I thought it was a Disney term.
A Disney term? Yeah, it's called plussing. And it's basically when you do a sketch, it usually has a lot of energy. That's their first generation drawing. And what a lot of people will do is they'll just continue to work with their first generation drawing and clean it up. But if you go and you do a first gen drawing, which is a sketch, and then you say lower the opacity and draw over it, you want to make sure you include a concept called plussing, which is when you want the new drawing to have more information than your sketch. Like you refine or clarify things. You improve the overlaps, for example. You
clarify the folds in the skin.
Yeah, you clarify things. You add better line weight. You want to make sure that your second generation drawing or third generation drawing has attributes that are improved from your first generation drawing. Mm-hmm. Because what a lot of people end up doing, especially when they're beginners, is they will draw over their sketch and their refined line work will actually look worse. And that's very common.
Yeah.
It's almost inevitable. Like when you're starting, and it's like a real known term. We took a class by a guy that worked at DreamWorks. His name was Chris, and he talked about plussing. But that's very common. Most people like their sketches better than their line works, than their finals. Mm-hmm. It's hard to keep that energy.
Yeah.
Who's here? Poppy? Yep.
Poppy?
Softest cat in the whole house.
Kitty? Yeah.
My sketches are pretty much detailed, so IDK how I can improve my line art. I guarantee you there's ways to improve it. But if your sketches are detailed, why do it line art? Like, if they're good, why do a line art? At that point, it would kind of just be wasted time.
I think some people assume that you have to do line work to make it like a finished piece, but sometimes people just leave the artwork as like a sketch and they just clean on top of it and just refine more and more. It's almost like painting. You know, you start with like a really rough painting and you just keep on refining and refining it.
Yeah,
you don't have to do a line work on top.
That's totally true. Like oil painters, they just continually refine their painting. Yeah. Clean up edges, improve their brush economy, sharpen up and soften edges that are soft and sharp.
Hi, baby kitty.
I'm stuck with using my sketches. I like line art, but refining the sketch is more fun. Yeah, a lot of people do just Gen 1.
I do a lot of Gen 1 when I'm just...
They just improve. Yeah, exactly. Like, you definitely do that a lot. Like, all of this, every single thing Christina does on stream is just one generation of drawing.
I have a lot of Generation 1 drawings. These are Generation 1 drawings.
Yeah, all of these drawings is just, all she did was refine the sketch as she went on. Yeah. She never made, like, second, third line works.
No, these are all just really rough. Oh, that was a nice drawing right there. I think you did that, Colton.
Which one?
Did you do this drawing? Feels like something that you did. Yeah, and I just added clothes on top. You know, all these are first generation. Yeah. But, like, you can see, like, it's not... You can see where I made all my corrections.
Yeah.
I actually really like this drawing. It's super cute.
Do you guys have a YouTube? Yes. Draw Anime Academy is our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. That's why I think it's so incredibly useful to take professional level classes. Like, take a class, if you want to get good at drawing, take a class by pros. Professionals have tips that you would never even think of. Like, they will literally take your work from like amateur to pro. You'll learn things that you'd never learn on your own. It's like it's just impossible to learn certain things through trial and error. I also thought about line weight. Yeah, I make animation with first generation sketches. Yeah, a lot of people do. And a lot of concept artists just work with generation 1 sketches as well.
I think it's just because it's easier. Like line art, it's great, if you want to make something really crisp, but it's definitely a lot slower to do. If you want to do stuff like, cell shaded artwork that requires line art, then, you're going to have to do what you got to do. But not every drawing needs to have it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time I'll start with a sketch and I'll just not even do line work. I'll just start painting on top of it. I'm trying to make you for good measure. I'll move her over. I'm gonna go. It's too glitchy for me. Okay, Saf. I wonder if you could just restart it or something, but I'm not sure.
Poppy, leaving her little fur presents all over the room.
Hey, no. Sometimes if you distract her, she'll be like, okay, well, stop. That's what happens. How do you render hair? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Pay attention to me.
Oh. You can shade hair like ribbons. So, I would say, draw a few ribbons. Twisting back and forth. Here's one ribbon. Let's draw a twisting one. Here's another one. And generally how ribbons are is that they're basically rendered very similarly to cylinders. She's still going at it. Whatever. She can go bald if I don't. For all I care. I'm kidding. I don't want her to go bald, but she's just kind of stubborn sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So the way how you render cylinders, actually Colton showed it right here, is when you have a light source and your edge and your plane starts curving away from the light. Let me see here. So here's my light source. When you start, so there's a story to it, right? Think about a sun rising. Maybe that's a bit too complicated. Basically, you're gonna have areas on the cylinder where it's going away from the light and going towards the light. So this is going towards the light. Now it's starting to go away from the light. Generally, there will be a shadow right here. Transitions to a shadow generally. There's gonna be a turning edge. So there's gonna be lit side, shadow side. And so hair is basically the same way, it's just longer. So if you were to say, hey, here's my light source. This is where my form will start turning away from the light. It's almost like find your peaks and valleys. Depends on also how curved the hair is. But I would say it starts kind of rotating away from the light at this point. And so you think of this concept for hair. So for instance on this one, let's say my light source is up here towards the front top left. Anything that's going towards the scalp is going to be in shadow. Because it's going away from the light, right? But everything that's coming towards this bump right here, which is, protruding out towards the light, is going to be in light. And then anything that's going away from it is going to be in shadow. So that's why hair looks like this. Has this kind of shine to it. Has that ring of highlights around it. And be generous with your shadows, honestly. I find that some people aren't very generous with where they shade. So they'll end up shading like this. They'll shade in little corners like this, but then they'll leave the rest in light and it doesn't look very good. So have a clear defined light and shadow side.
Although sometimes you have soft lighting.
Yeah,
and you will notice, especially on Pinterest, when you're looking outfit reference, all of that, you're gonna have very soft lighting on a lot of outfits where there are not clear light and dark sides, and that's a different kind of lighting. And honestly, just cross your fingers and pray. I'm kidding. But there's different ways to approach that as well. So there's always different lighting situations. A lot of the time when outfits are photographed for advertisements, they put very soft lighting on the model in order to show the outfit.
And with ribbons or hair especially, the closer it is to the highlight, it's actually a little bit darker. Because it's actually more interesting to see that high contrast that way. So it's almost like an Oreo, like a dark, light, dark. And then some bounce light, which makes just a little bit lighter than these like really extreme darks. And that way you have like really nicely shaded hair.
And how do you properly choose color? That is a blend of your lighting, the temperature of your lights, and your own personal preferences.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to say.
Yeah, there's no right way.
If you want to go with more of like a classical approach, like what you would learn in, say, like an oil painting class, they're basically always going to tell you, is it a cool light or a warm light? And that's going to determine basically what your light and shadow color temperature differences will be.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a cool light, everything in light's going to get shifted cooler, right? If it's red, it may get shifted a little bit more towards purplish. If it's a warm light, it's going to shift everything a little bit warmer. And it's relative, right? So warmer implies something else is cooler. Cool implies something else is warmer.
I'm going to do like a little blue sky type illustration or just paint it really quick.
Yeah, and so generally always, even people with really, really intense, exaggerated styles are always thinking about warm and cool. About warm and cool contrast.
Just gotta draw a little face here. So we got something to look at. I'll make it prettier, trust. Alright. So once again, this also just depends on like your lighting scenario. Things will look very different. Like if you're gonna blast, let me see here. If you're gonna like blast a purple light in a dark background, you know, everything's gonna basically be tinted towards like a purplish tone. Yeah. Even the skin will be.
But you can see that even in this piece right here, it's cool light, warm shadows. Mm-hmm. The cool is this very cool green.
Yeah.
It's way more intense on the iPad than it is on camera. Very cool green, very warm compared to the cool purple. So she's still, even with an exaggerated color, she's thinking in terms of color temperature shifting, right? She's got her lights, they're really cool. She's got her shadows, they're really warm. And she's still playing with the subsurface scattering of the skin, which is why there's this even more intense violet in here.
Mm-hmm. Almost borderline red.
Yeah.
Pinkish red. But it's all like, color is very relative. That's why it's very difficult.
Yeah.
So like sometimes what I would do is also be like, okay, what's my base color? That's not affected by any color whatsoever. And then after that, I'll tint it. So like for instance, Miki's hair, which is this character that I'm drawing right now. And then I'll do for the demo. Let's do like a little thing right here. And we'll color this past here. So her base color, without any, like in a neutral setting, is this kind of like reddish brown, dark reddish brown, like this, right? Her skin tone is a little bit on the warmer side, but it's pretty fair. Something like this. It's kind of hard to see, unfortunately, so I'll make it a little bit darker. Her eyes are purple, right? But when you tint it like a bluish tint, like if she's underwater, for example, you're gonna basically like take a blue, like a dark blue, whatever, however dark your water is, and you're just basically gonna put a wash over it, and you're gonna blend a bit of that blue inside.
You can just do that with all three colors as well. You can just go boop boop boop, and there's some new colors that are now tinted blue.
Yep.
And that gets you in the ballpark.
That gets you in the ballpark.
Because remember, you're shifting everything over, right? You're taking your entire color palette and you're going, here's my whatever, my brown. Here's my purple. Here's my skin color. And you're going, you're sliding it along your color wheel. You're shifting everything cooler or everything warmer. Mm-hmm. It's like perspective. It's like you shift your vanishing points, but you shift them together.
Move this towards black.
And it's a really good starting point.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do everything black here.
With what brush can we setting. It's just a normal. She just didn't press hard. Or I guess I just didn't press hard.
Yeah, you didn't press hard.
It's just normal. It's not multiply. It's not anything. All I'm doing is mixing a little bit of blue. It's like traditional color mixing. You just go, oh, this brown's too warm. I'm going to mix a cooler color into it. It's literally like oil paint.
Yeah. Look at this.
Watercolor. Like if you take a brown and you want it a little bit cooler, you add a blue. It'll shift it towards purple.
Guys, this is not orange. Guess what color this is? It's gray with a bit of purple in it. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
It's... Okay, look. It's this color on white.
Why? Now, chat. Why did that happen? Why did this brown, that's essentially an orange, right? So if you look here, it's basically a reddish orange. Why did that brown turn gray when blue got added to it? It's because it's the complement and it mixes through gray. So it's on the opposite side of the color wheel. When you mix two colors that are opposites together, it turns gray. And it pushes through the middle. And gray is a neutral.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Yes, and you would do that in color mixing. So if you were to take an oil painting class and you spit out a blue from the tube, you would also want something to neutralize that. So you'd spit out an orange because you mix the orange into the blue and it's going to neutralize the blue and turn it gray. So you add a little bit of orange and it brings it down a little bit. You add a lot of orange, it turns it into gray. And so you'd have a base, right? You'd have orange, add a little bit of blue, it would desaturate the orange. You have blue, you add a little bit of orange, it would desaturate the blue. And so it's the same exact thing with digital. It's just, this is like color theory and color mixing. So if you want to neutralize something, add the opposite color, opposite the color wheel to it.
Yep.
Green would be red.
Yep. Green would be red.
Blue would be orange.
So what I did here was I added a little bit of extra warmth, just a slight bit of warmth onto this existing kind of gray, I guess. And look, it's still on the gray side.
Yep.
It's just shifted a little bit into pink now. But, you know, that's kind of what happens, and that's why it's very confusing, right? That's why color theory is the bane of existence for a lot of people. But it's almost like you're creating a filter, like a multiply layer. Or an overlay layer on your digital drawing, but just manually.
Where am I?
That makes sense?
Can you hand me your water for your watercolor?
Yes, but it's kind of dirty.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just going to do a little thing right here, right? So what happens...
And by the way, these colors are actually quite different.
Who's
Poppy.
under me? Poppy?
Hi, kitty.
Kitten?
Kitten.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
let's just do this, right?
Yeah.
This is just normal sketchbook paper.
Do you want to just switch sides?
Nah, because it's just going to be a quick thing.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, sketchbook paper, watercolor set. Dip this in water a little bit. I have no clean spots left. I'll do this
Here,
bottom left.
you wanna just wipe it?
Yeah. Let's just wipe this one out really quick. There we go. So let's take a blue. We'll just take blue and we'll put it in here. See, we got blue in this bottom one, right? Mm-hmm. There's blue. Take orange.
Oh.
Take it into this blue. What happens to it? Neutralizes it. It's taking it downtown, right? We're taking this blue and we're adding orange to it. We add more orange. It neutralizes it more. We add a little bit more water. See how gray that is? It's neutralized the blue. And it will do the opposite with orange. So if you want to neutralize a color, you add its complement. Mm-hmm. Complementary means to complete.
Complete.
Because you add them together and it turns gray.
You do know that, not you do know, actually, there was when we were at the art store, there's a paint called, what's that paint called?
Oh, yeah.
Reclaimed gray or something. And basically how they create that pigment is they basically make all the paint in the factory, they mix it all together, and it turns into that gray mixture. So basically the combination of a lot of colors is just gray.
There you go.
Whether if it's warm or cool.
And now we can do the same thing.
It's only scary when you don't really understand it. I mean, that it just makes sense.
There's that orange. And then you come over here and you add some blue to it. Wee.
Ooh.
And it neutralizes it. The blue and the orange will cancel each other out.
How old is your kitty? We have 3 kitties. Poppy, the one that was just visiting us, is I think about 6 years old. 6 or 7. We don't know when his parents got her, but
we don't know when she was born. She showed
Yeah.
up at my parents' house one day. She was pretty young though. Mm-hmm. Where's the brain rot that was promised? This is absolute brain rot. This is the brain rottiest of brain rot.
what I would do is sometimes, so you know how some anime artists, they would take like a skin tone like this, and then they would add purple to it as a shadow. Now that's just it's just because they just decided that the shadow was gonna be purple, and it also gives a nice bit of like contrast with warm and cool. And then in the middle, they'll just add like a bit of subsurface scattering right in the edge right here.
You know, it's funny because after that meme came around, I didn't realize how often people would say 6 or 7. It's like, you wouldn't think you say that often.
Yeah.
But you actually say it all the time. Yeah,
That's true.
actually, funny enough, you know, that's actually pretty true. Like that color right there, you shine a blue light as a fill light, it'll turn it purple.
Yeah.
See? This is a study I did a little while back. You can see that exact same color of purple showed up in the shadows, like in some of these shadows under here. And the reason is because there was a blue fill light. Mm-hmm. So you had a light on the left, and then you had a secondary light that was blue, and the shadows end up turning much more blue. Of course, I exaggerated it a little bit. Mm-hmm. But you get that purple a lot.
That's because
actually.
the blue fill light. It says I got my package, got in the mail, but when I checked there was nothing. Oh. That's not good, Katsua. I'm not sure why. If you check the packaging, does it say it's gonna send back to us? I remember it said it's sent and it's holding it, but they needed confirmation. I don't know if that needed to be.
I don't know.
I don't know. So what I did for this was I just mixed a bit of blue and overlaid it on top of this really brownish orange, and it got me this color. And this still feels brown, right? Now watch when I take a highlight and I make it a little bit warmer. Like maybe this is like sunlight, for example. That's not. I want it to be a little bit more towards orange. Oh, that's cute.
But as always, values are the most important.
Yeah.
It honestly does not matter what color something is. If the values are right, it's still going to read.
Yeah.
It's still going to feel right.
Like you can even argue that there's a lot of subsurface scattering going on in the hair, and it's like tinting everything this like really bright orange.
You could shine any light color on the hair. You could shine a red light on the hair. You could shine a blue light on the hair. You could shine a green light on the hair. And any of those situations would work no matter what color it is, as long as your values show that there's a separation of the light and dark. You have pretty much complete freedom with what color to make stuff, because you can always make the argument, like theatrical lighting. In theatrical lighting, they're always making the argument, oh, well, there's rim light here. They're always doing this stuff.
You know what's interesting? I saw a piece that had multiple highlights. There was like a shadow. There was like a highlight that was in the light on the lit side, and then there was like a secondary highlight in the shadow side. So let's say this is my shadow side. There would be like a much subtler highlight that's a bit more of like a cooler tint, and it actually works. I don't know what it is, but it works.
Yeah, I really recommend people take photography class. Photographers, especially with product photography and portrait photography, you're basically just sculpting with light. You're setting up lights in order to take a good picture of a subject matter. Well, Puppy right here. How'd you get here?
Kitty. You want to see the kitty?
Kitty.
Creepy green eyes.
I failed photography.
Oh,
good. Now where are you headed off to? She's in one of her moods. Oh.
She's in one of her cutesy moods right now.
Can you explain different settings for a canvas, like multiply, overlay, etc.? I think there's probably some really good videos out there that go through the different layer settings. I don't know them all by heart. I know like adds them together like light.
Additive
Multiply obviously multiplies it. Like it combines the value. Oh, by the way, value Ren is lightness and darkness. Like, you know, white to black, or any shade in between. So when someone's talking about value, they're basically just going the lightness or darkness. What size canvas do you use? This is a 5,000 by 6,000 pixel canvas, but you can actually see this is a really small drawing on that canvas.
Yeah. Poppy, what are you doing? She's being cute.
Which classes do you recommend to someone who wants to be a conceptual artist? Well, you are in luck because I was a concept artist for a long time. Some would say 6-7 years.
6-7 years.
But yeah, foundation. Concept art is a design job. Poppy, you keep scratching the mic. You need to get your little tail out of here and go to the bed. Here you go.
And stay there.
There you go. Yeah, concept art is it's a design job. So you want to take design classes and you want to take foundation classes like drawing, painting, color theory, perspective. Okay, she's on her way back now.
I would say a lot of our classes will teach you the foundation to getting you started. We teach character design as well, and Colton teaches environments, and he was a concept artist as well. So if you want to check our classes out, it is drawingme.com. It's called Anime Art School.
Yeah. So who said that? Rake Alger. I don't know how to say your name, but yeah, it is a design job. It's designer first, artist second, but you need strong drawing foundation. In this day and age, depending on where you want to be a concept artist at, you're probably going to want to learn 3D.
Yes.
The best program, in my opinion, to learn 3D for free is Blender. You're probably going to want to learn poly modeling. You're going to want to learn how to texture stuff and do things pretty fast. Again, depending on where you want to work. If you're working pretty much any AAA, besides like something really stylized like Blizzard or League of Legends, you're probably going to want to know 3D. Yeah, and then what else? I would really recommend you do a lot of form drawing. Oh, she's on the prowl. She's eating your little cap. What are you doing, Bo?
She's being playful.
She is. Go play with Toby or something. I'm interested about character design and background. Yeah, that's great. Take figure drawing classes. If you want to do character design, take figure drawing classes. A lot of them.
Yes.
Get really, really good at figure drawing. If you want to be a concept artist, you should be probably warming up every single day with figure drawing. Take form drawing classes. Sorry, I'm distracted by Poppy. She's like sneaking around behind the monitor playing with stuff. Come on.
She's just chilling. I also would look into other resources like Brainstorm. Brainstorm focuses a lot on concept art and stuff as well. Brainstorm School. They do a lot of classes like that.
Yeah, if you just Google Brainstorm School, they have a lot of live classes. What is this? A little piece of carpet stuck on your palm.
But Colton also does mentorships, concept art mentorships.
Yeah, I do mentorships for concept art. I don't really talk about it that much on stream.
Did you guys learn about Blender too?
Yeah, I know the basics of modeling and texturing and stuff. I haven't done it in a couple of years. But poly modeling is poly modeling.
Kitty, you're not allowed on the iPad.
If I were to take a job doing concept art, I'd have to refresh on poly modeling and texturing. The most important thing is design. Like, if you can design, there's a lot of people who can model, they can't design. They have no chance of getting hired as a concept artist. 3D modeling would just be your tool to communicate the design. Let Kitty on the iPad? No.
No.
An evil kitty.
Fine.
Uh-oh.
Okay, she's gonna take over.
All right, now she's decided to go and loaf on the iPad.
Mm-hmm. This is what you have. This is. what you wish
Damien,
for.
our school is pretty much a foundation school.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a 12-week figure drawing class, and that's real anatomy. It's like the only difference between anime and realistic is they make the heads a little bit bigger and they draw it in a different
Yeah.
style.
I mean, this is what we cover in
This kind of stuff.
our anime art school.
Like legit proper figure drawing classes like you take anywhere. Anime is just realism. It's all the same stuff. It's just done in a little bit different of a style, and they put anime faces on the characters.
Yeah, this is what Colton does in his perspective class.
Yeah,
very
like,
realistic
like
stuff
if you
as
take
well.
these characters out of here, this is just a stylized scene.
Yeah.
If you put these characters back, it's more like anime-ish.
Yeah.
It's all real figure drawing, 1, 2, 3-point perspective, draw through, landscapes, backgrounds, all that stuff is just, it's the same exact thing.
Here's some examples for the clothing course. Rendering different materials. Here's a rendering process. I would say a lot of this is foundational for just any art career, is understanding this stuff. The more well-rounded you are, the better you will, the better chance you'll get at an art job. But another thing is of course design, which is one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, design's a big one.
Yeah, this is your own pace.
Yeah, it's self-paced. But there are terms, like there's 3 terms, and there's recommendations for how you go through it. It's all organized by weeks, term 1, term 2, and term 3. And there's homework for every single week. You can check it out on our site if you want.
Yep.
There's this. You can see the syllabus. You can see what you're going to learn every single week. We have it all laid out.
Tips to create a portfolio. What kind of portfolio?
Yeah.
It would depend on where you want to go.
I mean, an animation portfolio would be completely different than a concept art portfolio.
Yeah.
And a concept art portfolio where you want to get hired at Blizzard is going to look completely different than if you want to get hired at Ubisoft. There's no one-size-fits-all portfolio. If you want to get hired as a fashion designer, your portfolio is going to look way different than if you want to get hired as a character designer at Riot. Illustration one for college. I don't really know what the illustration track you're going into teaches, because there's so many different kinds of illustration. There's like magazine illustration. There's illustration for like games. There's illustration for like graphic design. So it's very difficult to say. It's so nuanced.
Lix, if you want to rewatch or rewind to this point, you can join our or subscribe to our YouTube channel. This live is actually on right now on our YouTube channel, and you can rewind at any point. Torque says, "Guess who's getting more hours, meaning more money, meaning more commissions."
The vicious cycle
The vicious
continues.
cycles, yes.
The cycle continues. But fundamentals is like, you can't go wrong with them. Just as an example, this is something I made back when I was a student in 2016. This got me a couple of job offers to work on different games and stuff. I made this piece for fun as a demo for a student in an old Discord server, and after I posted this one, I got a job offer to work on an animation as a color stylist at Nickelodeon. And I've never done any animation stuff, and they wanted me to do like color design choices for characters and stuff. So when your fundamentals are strong, you'll get job offers for all different kinds of projects too.
Well,
So-
if you're doing product design and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so like, what else? Like this one got me job offers too.
I'm struggling about finding a good university or college where I can study about concept art.
That's gonna be hard.
That's gonna be very hard because a lot of colleges will say they have a concept art track, but they don't know what
That
they're doing.
is the okay. I will give you a really good method for that.
Take notes.
If you want to know if the school, I give this advice so much, but nobody ever takes it for some reason. This is the advice you hear from most professionals. Go look at the current graduating class or graduates from that school. You may have difficulty finding them. You might have to send some emails. Look at their skill level and job placement, the current and previous term that's graduating from the school you're looking at. Many times, most of them are having hard time finding jobs. A lot of the time, schools will trick you. They'll go, well, we've got this star student, and they graduated 5 years ago, and their work was amazing before they ever went to the school. And most of the students who are currently graduating aren't finding any jobs, and their work is kind of mid. So it really requires some diligence, but this is a school you're going to be in for years. This is the entire start of your career. It's crazy. People will apply to a college, get in a mountain of debt, or spend all of their family's money to go to a college, and they won't even do a little bit of due diligence to make sure the school is actually bringing people where they want to go. Reach out to people who are currently graduating. See, everybody always asks, oh, is art school worth it? It depends. It really depends. You've got to do your due diligence, look into art schools, look at the current graduating classes, and another thing, make sure their curriculum's not changing. I can't tell you how many times people go to a college because one person graduated that was really, really good, and then they change the entire curriculum, bring in a new department chair, and then you get an education that's nothing like all the students before you had. And it happens so much, and you're here putting boatloads of money into a college that's just using you as a guinea pig because it's making curriculum changes.
I'm like, I want to pay what I signed up for.
And now, my advice is if you've got the money to go to a college, take mentorships. Take mentorships from artists. A lot of people get professional work just by taking classes from like trade schools, taking mentorships from current working professionals. It's way cheaper than college. I'm talking even some of the most expensive mentorships, like a John Park mentorship costs like what, $4,500? That's still nothing compared to an entire college, and you get so much better. You got to be really, really proactive about your education because everybody wants your money. That's true. Not everybody can deliver. Can you get into an art job even though you're self-taught? It depends on your definition of self-taught, but if you are good, you'll absolutely get a job. But I have never found a single professional artist who's self-taught because there's just things you can't teach yourself. But again, it depends on your definition of self-taught. Do books count? Do YouTube videos count? Like, if you've ever seen a tutorial from anybody, you're no longer self-taught.
Do you mean like no formal training?
Yeah,
that could also be another...
absolutely. Like, some people just say self-taught means you didn't go to college, but mentorships are fair game and online classes are fair game, in which case, absolutely. It's all portfolio. Is a portfolio the most important thing? 100%.
Yes.
It is what I'm talking. You post one artwork online and you get a job offer in an email. I'm not kidding. This was a couple of years ago. I posted this artwork on my ArtStation and got an email from a recruiter at Nickelodeon. It was that. That's it. They didn't look at a resume. I don't even have a resume. I don't have a degree. I went to a trade school. I'm telling you, it's literally that. That's how it works. Yes, I could probably find an email, although I would have to block out names and stuff because I don't want to accidentally, where is it? And
I think it's, yeah, it would, generally you would have to require socializing because as a concept artist or as an artist in general, if you're working with team, you have to socialize.
Here it is.
You have to know how to work with people.
This is my email.
If I can't or don't go to art degrees, can I work at animation? You would have to, I would say
Nickelodeon talent sourcer, reaching out, think you might be a great fit for a color stylist. There is the email. It's from 2022.
He's still working Nickelodeon.
No, I never took the job. I turned it down because I was already in the middle of something else. But I'm telling you, it's literally that. If you're, and I'm not even very good. It was just a colorful piece, and maybe they were looking for an artist, and maybe they just happened to see my work, and it was like, oh, you know, he's doing some colorful stuff. Besides ArtStation, is there another website that I can use to show my work? Yeah, I mean, anywhere that people browse. ArtStation's pretty good because a lot of studios look there. Now, in this industry, things are really slow right now in the game industry, and so you're probably going to have to do a little bit extra work. The last couple of years have been kind of mid as far as jobs go. But if you are good and you're active and people like you, you can get those. You can get the job still, but it's 100% portfolio. I don't have a degree. I don't even have a resume. I've never even built a resume in my life. Never even built a resume in my life.
A lot of jobs are also can be through word of mouth. If you got a friend, for example, that works, and you're really good friends with them, and you're like, hey, I need to find some work. They'll be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll hook you up.
That won't work if you're bad, by the way.
Exactly,
it absolutely won't work. Well, if you're really good friends with someone, there's like nepotism and stuff here and there, but it's very mild. It's not standard. Like, this is the problem. If every single person on a team that made a video game was like, what do they call them, nepo babies, where your family gets you hired, then the game would suck and they would lose money.
Even if you do have like,
it just doesn't really work like that. Here and there you'll get people who shouldn't be there, but it is the vast minority.
It's because the work has to show for itself.
Yeah,
like,
someone's got to do the work, and
yeah.
someone's got to make it right. And if nobody there has skill because they got a favor to get them hired, then how does a game get made?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, it's very few and far between. If you can get hired because you've got a friend, then I say go for it.
And if you can have the skill, yeah. I would say just be sure you can keep it, skill wise.
Yeah, I ain't gonna throw shade at anybody who uses connections that they have in order to get hired somewhere.
The world's hard enough as it is. Gotta do. World's hard enough as it is.
I don't recommend it. Networking is very important, but there's a lot of events. Lightbox is coming up in October. You know how many pro artists go to Lightbox? If you're like some super good artist who's unheard of and you go to Lightbox and start showing your portfolio to people, like, people are like, dang, where did you come from? Mm-hmm. I've never showed that email on stream before. I've talked about it in the past, here and there. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't even a concept job. That was a color stylist. I looked up what a color stylist was. The funniest thing, I was getting a job offer for a job I didn't even know what it was. I was like, what the heck is a color stylist? And I looked it up, and I was just like, doesn't seem that interesting. But the funny thing is, if I took the job, I would have been able to do it. Because color is color. Like, whether it would, I mean, it's like basically like choosing color palettes for stuff. If you have a really strong foundation, you can get hired for jobs you don't even know what they are. You just learn on the job. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't a concept job.
I think the more versatile you are, more skilled you are in terms of like your foundation, the more you'll be able to do different things. Like, you can do characters, you can do props, you can do environments. It just takes practice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Most pro artists don't even have a social media. Dude, there's so many artists out there who are insane that do not have any social media presence. Yeah. Why you don't talk with the girl beside you? You must not have been here for very long.
Nope.
Arisha, welcome.
Arisha.
An OG.
I didn't know you crop canvas. Yeah, you can crop the canvas. You can crop and resize. Drag it. The only thing about Procreate is that it limits the amount of layers that you use because it takes up data. Yeah.
but contractually we're not allowed to talk to each other. Yes, that is true. Thanks for adding another 2 weeks to our contract.
2 weeks.
Do
Do you recommend learning traditional or digital or both? I think traditional is the foundation. It depends on what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say like you have to do which one's more important, or I mean, like we do both. Like we paint, and then we also do things digitally. Like if you are mainly going to be a digital artist, like it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't hurt to do both.
That's a good question.
It
How
is a good
many
question.
hours a day? I mean, that's a good question too, the one you just
Oh,
answered.
okay, yeah.
Actually, I have some thoughts on that one too, and I'll get to your question in a second, Lukey. Lukey? Yeah. Chinny, do you recommend learning traditional or digital or both? I absolutely recommend doing both. I started digital. I didn't have any access to traditional other than like pencil and paper and stuff. I didn't really do any color.
I started traditional.
But now years later that I've been working traditionally, it makes a lot of things click. Like a lot of things with color theory, complementary color, neutralizing colors. I would really, really recommend taking like a proper oil painting class from someone who knows what they're doing, like a pro. You will learn so much important stuff. You'll learn that pretty much everybody's doing the same thing. They're focusing on design and shapes. They're focusing on value grouping. They're focusing on color palettes, warms and cools. And whether you take a traditional or a digital class by someone who really knows what they're doing, you're going to learn a lot. Mm-hmm. And I regret doing traditional so late. I wish I tackled traditional a lot earlier. I really wish I tackled traditional earlier. And so I've been doing a lot of watercolor lately, just like fun stoodles and stuff, like this kind of stuff.
I love that
I do
one.
these while I'm on stream when Christina's doing stuff. But and I've been working with color for a long time, but these are some of my first watercolor drawings. And so yeah, I've been having
it already looks like
fun with it.
Yeah.
But like again, like if you look at this, right? Like orange is orange. I go a little bit darker and more red for the shadow, right? I'm going, here's the skin. I'm going to have a really warm shadow. I know how to shade a cylinder, right? I'm wrapping the cast shadow around the cylinder. I'm making this blue. That's the shadow, right? And so it's like, I mean, color is color. Mm. So like I'm having difficulty controlling the medium, but color and value and design and anatomy and shapes and form and folds, like it's all the same no matter what medium you work in. Mm-hmm. It's just like controlling the medium, right? So, where was that, Lukey? Okay, so how many hours a day do people practice if they really want to be great?
Ooh.
It kind of depends on your definition of great. However, when I was a student, when I went to FZD, School of Design in Singapore, which is a trade school, it's 1 year, and it basically, they go, if you are an adult and you want to change careers, from whatever, being a chef to being an artist, we will get you as far as possible in 1 single year. We'll work you to the bone, and we'll get you as good as you can get in 1 year. Most students in that school do about 16 hours a day. That's like a rare exception. You work really, really, really hard. They give you so much homework. You're working vacations, not vacations. There are no vacations. You're working weekends.
You're
working holidays. You're working Christmas. You're working every single holiday because you're not there to mess about. Like you're a 30-year-old who had saved the last 5 years in order to go to this school, and you're not here to mess around. That's an example of like the far end of the spectrum. Generally, if someone wants to become a pro, I don't really see like a pro, like you want to turn your career into doing art and you want to be like a respected artist and not have a problem getting jobs. I don't see a lot of people go below 5 hours a day. Like 7 days a week. But that doesn't mean you couldn't do it with less. I'm just saying that like that's what a lot. I have a friend, his goal was to become a really good artist and he wanted to get hired at Blizzard on the Overwatch team. He put in like 12-hour days pretty much every single day. And he did that for like, I don't know, 5 to 6 years.
It's almost like training for the Olympics or something.
Yeah, I mean, that would be comparable. Like,
Yeah.
you're going after a job that everybody else wants, that's perceived as extremely fun. You're literally drawing characters or like robots or spaceships for a living that everybody else wants to draw. Like, it's super competitive, and the bar is so high. It used to be that if you even drew, you could get hired. I remember Fang telling us in the early 2000s, if you even drew, you could get hired as a concept artist. Now it's like
You have to be a
put
master.
in like doctor hours in order to get there.
We have to
But
be
you can
like.
still get there.
Oh, it's kind of like in the. It's kind of like you have to look like a veteran artist in order to get hired in a way.
It's wild how
wild.
good students are these days, especially with like 3D and rendering and all the tools at the disposal. It's absolutely wild. You see student work these days and you're just like, oh my gosh, this person's so good. What the heck?
To people who like K-pop and stuff, it's kind of like the new generation K-pop groups have to basically be on par with the old generation K-pop groups that are like have 7 years of experience. It's kind of like that.
But yeah, I don't really see anybody go below 5. I remember back when I was very first getting started, I was in high school. I watched a channel called Level Up on YouTube. There were 3 guys, 2 Polish guys and a guy from Belgium who were teaching. They were all concept artists. And they were talking about how they made this little sheet, and it was just said at the top, like, I'm going to practice 5 hours a day. And they had a little square that represented 1 hour, and there were 5 little squares, and they had all these little things down at the bottom, and one of them was like master studies, perspective studies, anatomy studies, figure drawing, gesture drawing, color studies, whatever, and they would fill those little slots with these things for the week, and then they would go and practice those during the week. And they give out they gave that out as like a resource for people.
Oh, we got an interesting question from Lunas. Is it common for people with only 2 to 3 years to get hired in high desirability jobs?
What is 2 to 3 years what?
Yeah, what does that mean? What do you mean by 2 to 3 years? Do you mean 2 to 3 years of experience? Do you mean 2 to 3 years of practice in general?
Yeah, because like 2 or 3 years of practice for someone who drew their whole childhood for fun is a lot different than 2 to 3 years for someone who's 30 that never drew before in their life. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend 16 hours a day.
No, it's a very
If you're what?
Oh wait, you wouldn't recommend?
What? I said I would not recommend
Yeah.
16-hour days, not unless you have a fantastic support group.
Yeah. Oh,
Dahlia,
thanks,
thank you for the $2 super chat on YouTube. Thank you guys for all you do. We love you both. Thank you. Very, very nice.
If you're 9
I
years
want to
old.
send the more gift subs on YouTube, but I don't like the repeating sound. That's funny. I can turn it off.
If you're 9 years old, can you get hired?
No.
No.
Not legally.
Not legally.
That would be child labor.
Yeah.
I can turn this off. Alerts? How do I?
No, I don't think you can get hired. I don't know if that was like a serious question or not.
I wouldn't hire you.
I wouldn't.
Edit? How do I edit it? How do I disable this?
It's not necessarily just the skill. It's also you got to understand different things like the pipeline and how other people like manage work. It's more than just skill, if that makes sense. I feel like only Luna's clarified. It says like high level practice 10 plus hour days every day mixed with private commissioning or smaller public projects.
Like high level practice, 10 plus hours everything, mixed with private commissioners, smaller public projects. I mean, again, it depends on your background. It's so hard to say. Some people, it takes them a bit longer just because of their background. Other people, not as long. It's so hard to say. And then there's so much variability. It's like how fast does a person retain information? What exactly are they practicing? Oh, wow.
Oh.
I didn't turn it off, by the way. I couldn't figure out how.
You would need to have
Thank
some time.
you, Crits.
It's only 5.
5 Anime Academy gifted
okay.
memberships on YouTube. Thank you so much. No, I couldn't actually figure out how to turn it off, which is surprising. Sound? How about this? What if I turn the sound down? Just like 12% or something. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's so hard to say, Lunas. If you really want to know, I might have some time to hop on, like a Discord call sometime. You can share your work, and I could talk to you at some point if you're really serious about becoming a professional. Maybe I'll hop on the Discord server sometime soon and talk about that. Henry says, is there any point in trying to get hired as an artist anymore with AI stealing jobs? Yeah, absolutely. AI
You just gotta do what AI can't do.
can't art direct.
Nope.
And it's really bad at certain things that people are pretty good at. And at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, if you want to be an artist, I say go for it.
Mm-hmm. I think if you can... There's definitely things that AI can't do. And AI can generate very pretty images, but it can't necessarily think.
It can't think. It can't design the inside and outside of a sailboat to scale with the windows in the correct place. Fang Zhu has a really good video on YouTube. Is it called What AI Can't Do?
What?
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I would write that down.
Sure.
Look up this. Fang Zhu.
Oops.
Z-H-U. He has a video on YouTube called, I would just like write it below it.
Okay.
What AI Can't Do, I think that's what it's called. And he covers some really, really good stuff. Whoa, I see a galaxy.
Whoa, galaxy.
From Ray, how do you say that? Ray Alker. Hey, if you want to join the Discord server, feel free. Feel free. Here we are, drawanime.com. If you want to join, we hang out there and we have game night sometimes, and we go stream every single week. This week is actually going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We don't have an oil painting class for 2 weeks, so we'll be going live on Wednesday this week and next week.
Do you have any tips for like a first comic?
Just do it.
Just do it.
My tips
Do
for
it for
a
the
first
experience.
comic is yeet yourself into it.
Yep, you're gonna learn the most by just doing it and not being afraid.
Just enjoy it.
Another thing is that your first comic, you may end up not liking your first comic, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's your first time. It combines a lot of very complex elements like storytelling and art.
They said, gotta go, thanks for all your help, hope you both have a fantastic night. Absolutely. Maybe we could even organize like a little talk sometime in like Discord where a couple, like maybe multiple people who are interested in becoming concept artists, I could like jump on and just answer questions.
Be
and
like
look
a
at
little free
portfolios.
workshop.
Like maybe like a little free workshop or something, yeah.
Be cute.
My girlfriend said she was going to buy me an XP pen. I think I've won, guys. That's great.
Oh,
Congrats.
wow. Congrats.
Congrats on the wife. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
the wife. She the one?
Of course.
I bet.
That's our girlfriend now. Do you have any magical girl OCs? Christina loves drawing magical girls.
I do.
Did you ever draw magical girl versions of the characters?
Yes, actually,
Oh,
but
you
it's like
did?
a very rough version. That's for a challenge, remember?
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
where- She is my wife. Great.
That's great. Any tips on adding details? Also, any tips for animation? We don't do any animation.
I'll show you some magical
But details are like sprinkles. You sprinkle them here and there on areas that you want people to look at.
This is very old. I created these characters for a class, and these are the only Magical Girls OC that I've ever designed.
Oh yes, that was old.
It was so much fun though.
That's an old class.
Yeah, and then there's that one. I did it based off of a unicorn and a mermaid because I'm very girly like that.
Yep, Mia.
So this is the civilian version. This is the very girly Magical Girl
Girly
version.
pop.
And I based this one off of like a unicorn cake. So yeah, those are my two OCs, but I don't ever draw them at all anymore. Just because they're like one-off OCs. What tablet is that? This is the iPad Pro 13
Was there
inch.
questions earlier that I missed? Okay, that person headed off. Any sources? Key, are you still here? Any sources you would recommend to learn the basics? We do have a school online. That's a foundation school. So if you want to check that out, feel free. We teach the basics. We teach foundation. However, the basics, there's so many different fundamentals, right? There's like perspective and dimensional drawing. There's lighting and color theory. There's composition, there's design, there's portraiture, there's figure drawing, there's anatomy, there's posing, there's what else? Did I mention design? Like design is so huge. There's I mean there's just so many. You could break them down into like niches and sub niches and stuff. But I find that if you're trying to learn stuff for free, you're going to be jumping around a lot. And I find it really difficult as a self-taught artist to learn things for free with no structure, because it's like you don't know what you don't know. You basically have to find something that you trust that tells you what you should learn, right? Because like if you're a beginner or you're just getting started and you're just like, I don't even know what's out there. I don't even know what I don't know. So with YouTube, you'll find a tutorial and every single YouTube video is like, this is the most important thing. No, this is the most important thing. This is the most, and like a lot of the time it's not. They're like clickbaity titles. And like, yes, I agree. A lot of the time they are pretty important things to learn. But every single video on YouTube is going, hey, I'm the most important thing you should learn. And then none of them are cohesive. You don't have like a 14-week or like a 3-month program. Like if you find a YouTube video on perspective, it's like 15 minutes and it's a snippet and it doesn't teach you everything. It doesn't teach you the nuances that you would need. Mm-hmm. And so I find it really difficult to self-teach, even with like books and stuff, because like there could be an anatomy book, but it's like maybe it covers anatomy and it doesn't really cover figure drawing or posing. Maybe you get a book on perspective, but it doesn't really teach you how to apply the perspective to real world situations, stuff that you actually want to do. So I would very much recommend, like, find a mentor who is where you want to be and pick their brain. Just go, what do I learn? In what order? You're a pro, you know what you're talking about. What should I learn in what order? These are my goals. And then another thing is sticking to it. Mm-hmm. We tried to remedy that with our school. I think we did a pretty good job, where we basically laid it out like a college. We're like, term 1, figure drawing. We teach you anatomy from scratch. We teach you proportion from scratch. There's what is heads, faces, and expressions, right? Term 2, perspective, clothing and costume drawing, character design. Mm-hmm. How much does it cost? Our anime art school, the whole program, is $497.
Yes.
And you can't get through it in a year, basically. It's a year-long program, but a lot of students spend 2 weeks to get through every week because there's so much stuff. Mm-hmm. It has complete classes, like what you'd find in colleges. 12-week anatomy class, 14-week clothing class, 14-week perspective class. But I find the difficulty is that everything's out there for free. It's just not organized, and you have no idea what's good and what's not good. Like, everything's out there. You get comments all the time on like books and classes and stuff where people are just like, this stuff is free on YouTube. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, you know, neuroscience and advanced mathematics and rocket science is on YouTube. People still go to college for it.
That's true. For the direction and for...
How would a beginner know what to learn in what order? And so, you know, that's our attempt at organizing it. We have a lot of students signed up, and they like it. They really like it.
I feel like one of the classes I would love to make is like a portrait drawing class. Like realistic portraits. Because I do draw a lot of realistic portraits, like when I'm not doing anime, and I feel like realistic portraits would be great as well as another skill set someday.
Yeah, I mean, and it's part of our attempt to help by going live and doing live streams and teaching and drawing and chatting with everybody for free. Mm-hmm. But occasionally, you know, we'll get really serious students who come through and they're just like, obviously I'm not going to become a pro by just watching a live stream. Like, they want more structure. They want long-form lessons that teach from the very basics, from the very beginning. And that's what our anime art school is for. YouTube videos aren't helpful for me because it only focuses on a specific thing rather than everything. And I think YouTube videos, funny enough, YouTube videos are actually most useful for people who are already professionals.
That's
Like, they are so, because it'll teach you, because if you already have foundation, it will just teach you like another tip that you can apply on top of your foundational skills. YouTube videos, TikToks, they're most useful for people who are already professionals. They're flashy for beginners, but they're useful for pros. Like, man, I can't tell you the amount of things that I'll see in like a little tip, or I'll see like an image on Pinterest that's like a way to simplify something, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I can apply that.
I can apply that. Yeah, exactly.
But people don't want everything. People want specific hacks and tips. Like, there's a lot of really long form stuff on YouTube that's so buried you can't find it because they only have 100 views, and they're like whole legit classes and stuff. Been drawing realistic portraits using photo references. Nice.
Oh, that's great. I really enjoyed Christian Accorda's portrait class, or head drawing class. It was really good.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from one video. How long should someone take to draw a sketch? Oh, it so depends on the person.
Depends.
I think the key word is should. I don't think that is the correct word to use there, because the answer would be it depends.
Yeah.
How long should someone spend? What's the sketch for? Is it a personal doodle? Is it for client? Is it for, how long do they need to spend? A sketch is like figuring stuff out, right? So if you've got it figured out in 5 minutes, then that's how long. If you've got it figured out in 20 minutes, then that's how long.
I think some people, they also pay a lot of attention to the sketch, and they spend a lot longer on it, because it's like the foundation of your drawing, right? It can be if you want to use it for that. Some sketches just just continue to forever be sketches.
My husband wants to draw, but he's driven away from art because of how long it takes to learn. It does take a long time.
It does take a long time.
And I think that's valid. Like, if you want to do art for the result, then it can feel very daunting, the amount of time it takes. If you want to do art because you enjoy doing art and showing up and being creative, then the time is not an issue at all. It's and I think it's a matter of perspective. It's like people, it's like wanting to get healthy so you can look good, or wanting to get healthy so you can just live a healthy lifestyle. It's like two different approaches. I don't think either one is wrong. It would be my, personal opinion that I feel like maybe wanting to get good at art to get a good looking result, at least if it's like to satisfy others or to impress others, it might be a little, I don't want to say shallow, maybe a little lacking of robustness.
Yeah. I don't know another word other than to say shallow, because it's...
I don't mean that in a bad way, though.
It's more like it's a very surface level.
I'll just say
desire.
this. If it were a more powerful thing, they would be practicing.
Yeah.
It's not robust enough to actually get the person to draw and practice. The deeper your desire to do something, the more you're gonna weather in order to do it. Like, if you're feeling terrible one day and you don't want to do it, you're gonna need a pretty big why in order to get up and do it.
Well, I think what we were what we saw earlier about the external versus the internal with confidence.
That's big.
That was big.
Yeah, skills do take time. But at the same time, I see a lot of people in the professional world, and I don't really see many people talk about it. Everybody is obsessed with like discipline and no motivation, just pure discipline and grit and pushing through it. But the funny thing is, there's a lot of professional artists out there who don't even enjoy doing art. They're like
They've
super
gritted it
gritty
so
and disciplined. And I had a friend who was all about the screw it. I don't need motivation. I'm just gonna discipline
it out of me.
Discipline my way through it. And the funny thing is, completely burned out to art, didn't even enjoy doing it professionally. So the question is, did he win or lose? If you get into the career, but at what cost, right? If you get into the career, but you completely lose your love for it, but hey, at least you got there. It's like, to me, I think it's really important to have, discipline and push yourself. But I also think it's like the argument, like, who's gonna run further? Someone who pushes themselves to run or someone who loves running? I think there's a happy balance. People can find that they can love things and also be disciplined. And I think a lot of people are just like, oh, I just need discipline. And then they lose their passion for it.
I think it's... Well, because a lot of the reasons why a lot of people become artists is because there's soul in it. There's a personal connection to your artwork. You don't just... I mean... There's definitely a lot of people who get forced into it, being like, oh, you have to go to this art school and do it. But like, for what reason, other than maybe someone else wanted it and you're just doing it for someone else? I feel like in order to really just keep on drawing, you have to really enjoy, be passionate about it, and also be disciplined. It's like both. You can like drawing and like practice. I think you can do both at the same time.
I mean, there's kind of two people who go to the gym, right? And I don't think either is bad. So imagine art as the gym. It's like there's people who want to go to the gym and get a new, personal best every single time. They want to lift. They want to get absolutely swole. And I think that's great. And then I think there's another type of person who goes to the gym and they just enjoy living a healthy lifestyle. They want to lift weights. They want to be healthy and stay healthy. And it's more just like, I think art a lot of the time is the same way. Are you artsy oriented or are you improvement oriented? Like, do you want to do art to get better because it's like a personal challenge? Or do you want to do art because you're kind of just craftsy and you like doing art and crafting and what? Just doing doodling and creating. And I think you can kind of flip back and forth, but I find, generally speaking, having taught a lot of students, people are usually predominantly one or the other. Mm-hmm. Right? And that's absolutely true, Vexani. I do art because I like making new worlds, for sure. And there's a lot of people who get so incredibly obsessed and so passionate about their worlds, they just can't wait to get up and draw. That's how Christina was, and is. She's just like, oh my gosh, I want to draw. Like, I thought of this new pose. I can't wait to try it.
I just remember specifically, I would create characters. So for what I love doing, absolutely love doing, is I love creating characters, but they have to be in like a series of some sort. They have to be connected to each other, and I loved doing that. I loved creating outfits that matched each other but were slightly different. Story, exactly. Like, okay, I was obsessed. I still am obsessed, but I was really obsessed with Rose and Maid at the time, and I was so inspired by the idea of living dolls that each had their own minds that I was like, I want to make characters that were dolls and they had like this curse and they had like Victorian Gothic outfits, and I just designed the heck out of them. And that was really fun for me. And I feel like that kind of drive and passion like continues to be there in like my present day drawing life, for instance.
I agree, Lunas, as well.
The girl group.
Yeah.
It kind of manifests in different ways, but like, I like designing things in sets and series.
And when Christine and I get involved in a project together, for example, the Mafia story from our book, right? So this story right here, this is that story we created for book volume 2. We got obsessed with this. We would talk about it day and night, and we would talk about all the dynamics between characters and we decided that there was going to be like a love triangle between them, and like they're actually enemies, but they don't know it, and they fall for each other, and then she throws a wrench in things, and then Kevin's kind of caught up in the mix, and Candy bullies Kevin.
And they're related because they're like an aunt and a niece, and so it's like that's even more complicated.
And like all we would do, we would go on these long walks, and we would just talk the entire time about these characters and story and everything.
Mm-hmm.
OMG, hey Tira.
Hey Tira.
How's it going? Tira is actually an OG.
Yeah.
Tira is an OG. She has been here so long.
Mm-hmm.
Always hopping by and saying hi.
Hi, puppy.
And I think storytelling is the hidden secret power in improving. If you have a strong why, WHY, if you have a really strong why, you will go further than if you were just... I think discipline is really important, and you should really, push yourself to be your best self. But I also think that your why is what's going to get you there.
Yeah.
It's like you logically decide, this is what I want, and then you discipline yourself to make it happen even when you feel like you don't want it. It's like 90% of the time you want it, the 10% of the time you don't feel like it, you make yourself do it. Generally speaking,
I think there's also a balance between like discipline and also not being like, and also being gentle with yourself and not being like, I don't know how to say it. There's a lot of people who are like, I'm a loser, I suck, and that's why that's why I should say horrible things about myself.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of negative self-talk, and I think people get
discipline and that mixed up.
Yeah, people get distracted. People get confused. They think if I don't criticize myself, I'm being too light on myself. And I think they get that mixed up, and they end up becoming really, really, really toxic towards themselves, not realizing that it's actually very bad for you because it'll just ruin your life.
Yeah.
It'll literally ruin your life. If you get into a habit of negative self-talk, you have to like break out of that eventually, or else it'll just ruin your life.
Well, that's the main reason, one of the main reasons why a lot of people don't like drawings, because they talk bad about themselves. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, I can't do anything right, and then they wonder why they're not even motivated at all.
I like thinking of radical self-compassion.
Yeah.
You tell yourself you did a good job. Like, and you have to be realistic, right? People think, well, I'm gonna have a huge ego if I don't criticize myself. I don't think that's true at all. I don't think the only other option of criticizing yourself is to have a massive ego.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Poppy. You know who's got a big ego though? Applejack.
Oh, yeah. He does have an ego.
Yeah, and I mean, like, judge yourself based on whether you showed up. And I don't even think you should judge yourself on that now that I think of it. It's like, tell yourself a good job if you showed up. And just be realistic with yourself. And a lot of people think that being realistic with yourself is criticizing, and it's not.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. And also, scarcity is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that if you're not a professional yesterday and you got to work insane hours, it's a lie. The scarcity is a lie. The E in Applejack sounds for ego.
Ego.
Yep, you could take that E out and the word would sound the same. Applejack.
Applejack. You said Luna's had a good point.
Oh, just IMO, it's a loss if you no longer enjoy it.
Mm-hmm, I agree. Well, because I would say the main reason I do art is because I love it. And if I stop loving it, I lose, Like, there was a time in my life, and I was a kid, that I thought that I shouldn't pursue art because, it's not a useful thing. Or like, it's not like a doctor where you save lives. Like, how can you save lives with art? You're just drawing. And to me back then, like, art meant fooling around, which is, I don't think it isn't that way anymore. But I think art is a necessity.
That's a really good point. I was just thinking the other day along the lines of that.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, you know how so many people complain these days about just the beauty of everything being taken away? Like, you'll see a picture of, like, a door from, like, hundreds of years ago, and it'll be gorgeous.
So...
And then you'll see a picture of a door, and it's just, like, completely... It's just, like, a metal panel. And you'll see, like, these compilations of just how the beauty of everything is being taken away. Like, street lights from hundreds of years ago used to be just gorgeous and decorative.
Gorgeously designed.
And now it's just, like... LED square.
Everything's
and
utilitarian.
It's like, yeah, everything's incredibly dull and boring, and you just think, wait, what would life be without arts, without design and art and beauty? And you're just like, if you don't think that art and design is a useful career, imagine the world as just a gray blob. Like, just a yucky gray blob where everything is a box. And as much as I like boxes, I wouldn't like that. Right?
Well, like,
arts are so important for your emotional state, for your morale.
I mean, it's why flowers exist.
Yeah, I mean,
it's why things look pretty.
Yeah, just take a look at nature. It's crazy. Everything is so beautiful. And I think that when people do things as a love letter to nature, like if you design a door and it's inspired by a flower, it's like a love letter to nature. And I think that humans need that, or else we're just robots. And if everybody, and here's another thing. People are so worried about AI taking all the art jobs, but what happens if you don't pursue art because you're worried about AI, and then the world loses out on your artistic contributions? Like, even if you don't pursue it as a career, I think you should still do art, because otherwise, without artists, the world is just very dull and boring. And it's like, what life is even worth? What world is even worth living in if it doesn't have art?
Yeah.
It's just, do you live just to die?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think now more than ever we need artists.
Yeah. I think it's just easy to overlook art as something useful because it's fun. And when people think, there's a lot of people who think work is supposed to be boring. But then you see people who, like, are super passionate about their jobs and they still work, you know,
Yeah.
and still work. Like, Albert Einstein was completely obsessed with physics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my dad...
Your dad is?
My dad is completely obsessed with physics, and he does it for work. He's just that obsessed with science and medical physics and calculations. And I'm like, yeah, he's basically an artist in that regard, you know. And he likes drawing, he likes music, and there's a space for art. And I feel like we need to just accept that it's a necessity as well. I mean, you can't really... the majority of things are designed. Like, your computers are designed by an artist. Cameras are designed by industrial artists. Stores are designed by architects, and they're artists as well. Mm-hmm. So it's very useful. You just got to know where to look.
I mean, every single thing that exists has to be designed.
That's true. Yeah. That's a fun conversation.
What the heck? The strokes are pro. I mean, that's because she is.
I've drawn this a lot.
How do you have your brush settings? I downloaded yours. The pressure amount is a lot. Do you have a compatible Apple Pencil where you get pressure sensitivity? That's probably the first thing I would ask. Like, do you have a pencil with brush sensitivity? Or are you using like a second-hand pencil, pen, stylus, whatever? Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people I know don't have a high opinion of people becoming artists. It's hard to keep a motivation sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think it's about wanting to become an artist. Like, the world needs artists, whether other people know it or not. It's so important. When is the next 10 or 12 hour stream? We haven't really decided. I'm not actually sure.
Maybe when we reach 200K on TikTok?
Bro, let's have a dedicated stream where we take watercolor. Let's just get, like, you know what we could do? Mm-hmm. We could just get, like, some half pan sets. And I should have thought of this before. Let's get some half pans. Mm-hmm. Let's get, like, alizarin crimson, mm-hmm. French ultramarine deep, mm-hmm. lemon yellow, mm-hmm. or we could do cad yellow, cad red, like our basics, and let's just have a watercolor stream where we also cover. We could have like a phthalo green. We could have like a sap green. We could have a like a burnt umber, quinacridone red, and we get like the basics, like the most common basic colors, and we go on live and we teach color theory traditionally with watercolor, and we just have a stream dedicated to that, and we talk about like changing color temperatures. We talk about mixing colors. We talk about neutralizing colors, like cad orange. What do you think about that, chat? Like a proper color theory live stream with watercolor, and we just do it live. And we have all of the basic colors. Like, I mean, there's a lot of basic colors, but I mean like the standard ones, like a bunch of the ones that I just named, like phthalo blue. We talk about like phthalo green being an attack color, where it's just so incredibly intense, you basically have to neutralize it. Most people, phthalo green is such a strong color, most people never use the tube color. They take it and they immediately mix it with red.
Neutralize it,
to neutralize it a bit.
There's colors that you can use from the tube, and that would be like yellow ochre.
Yep, yellow ochre. Oh, that's a great color.
Burnt umber, burnt sienna, and that's because those are convenience colors. People would mix colors to make those colors anyways, and they're very natural colors. But science, chemically created colors, they don't use from the tube.
Does drawing guidelines really help? Asking for a friend. Don't worry, Psycat.
We got you. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. As long as you know where to put the guidelines. That's why proportions is so important.
Yeah.
That's why proportions are so important.
Are you guys planning on any new live classes anytime soon?
We talked about it recently, but we don't know when they're going to be coming. Why, Dahlia? I thought you were going to be taking a mentorship.
Yeah.
7,000 followers away. Yes.
Wow, 7,000? Wow.
If y'all have not hit the follow button and you are here, we are only 7,000 followers away from 200,000 followers, and we're going to be doing a stream, a celebration stream with probably like a giveaway and stuff and something interesting when we hit 200,000 followers. I like your funny words, Magic Man. All these color names bouncing off my head. Tori, that is why I recommend learning traditional. Because you learn color mixing.
Yep, you learn color mixing, you know the paint tubes.
What was Ned Jacob color palette? You had French Ultramarine Deep? Ultramarine Blue? Deep?
Probably, yeah.
Alizarin Crimson. What was the yellow? Was there a yellow? Lemon yellow?
Cad yellow?
Cad yellow? Cad orange?
Cad orange he probably uses. He avoids like the chemical colors, unless like alizarin crimson he does use for like cooler skin tones.
Okay.
But the kind of very basic colors.
Yeah. Awesome work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Charmy's Army. That's fun. That's comic
fun.
Strip. Welcome.
Would it function as a watercolor tutorial as well? Yes, it would. Colton
Oh yeah, for sure. We would mix. We would talk about like diluting the colors. We'd talk about getting stronger hues. The only thing is, I would not recommend like Crayola.
No.
I wouldn't recommend Crayola.
No.
Crayola does not have very much pigment. You're gonna want something a little bit more.
Don't get this kind of watercolor that looks like.
Rip.
If you find watercolor that has a dumb brush,
Forgot about the mentorship. That's funny.
There's a dumb brush like this, where it's red, and the bristles look like this, and the colors look like this. Don't get that. Please don't get it. You're gonna regret it. I hated using these watercolors. They don't even function like watercolors how they're supposed to. This looks like a stupid makeup palette. I'm not, it's not stupid. But no, don't use these kind of watercolors. They're dumb. They're very cheap. They have no color pigment whatsoever, and this brush is even dumber.
Yeah. I think a lot of people try watercolor as a kid, and it's like Crayola, and they get really turned off to watercolor because they think it's like very, very faint drawing with very light colors. Like, you're gonna want something with a lot more pigment.
You want watercolor
something
palettes
with
that's
a
like
lot
this.
of pigment.
Yeah. So these are like watercolor cakes.
Yeah, half
you
pans.
Like half pan cakes. So what they do is they squeeze it out of the tube, out of a tube watercolor, and then they just let it dry, and that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean
These are very nice.
This is just something simple with watercolor, and it's like it doesn't have you can tell it's watercolor, but it's very vibrant. There's a lot of pigment, and I like to just doodle with it. You just get literally one brush. I like the
Ooh, that sounds fun, Tori.
I like the round 8. That's what Christina uses for all of her OC drawing. Round 8, and it just looks like this.
I love that brush. It's so good.
It's such a good brush. Just one single brush. Round 8 is perfect.
It has a really nice texture. It's very even. I like watching people make their own watercolor paints. I've seen that, and it's really, really cool. It's very satisfying.
Sounds fun.
I've seen people make like very iridescent watercolor paints, and I'm like, ooh,
yeah.
That sounds really cool.
Do you know any watercolor sets that have the majority of colors you've been mentioning? Not necessarily. Like, I would say go build your own. Like, get half pans and just order half pans. Like, but you can just look at it. And I like to look at a watercolor set and just go, does this have a color that I use a lot? Like, this one right here.
I use these quite often.
It's got an orange. It's got a really warm red. It's got it looks like an alizarin crimson, so that's like a cool red. It's got a purple over here. Right? It's got a yellow, like a lemon yellow or something. Actually, I think it says it on these now that I think about it.
Really?
I can't really get this out. Can you get one of these out? You're gonna have to pinch it with your nails. You're gonna have to pinch it with your nails. There, like that. Oh, Sennelier. Or, wait.
Sennelier?
Oh, never mind. That's just the brand.
Oh.
It doesn't say. But basically, you know, you've got a yellow, you've got some good warms, you've got some cool reds, you've got a purple, you've got a couple of, like a nice brown, a
burnt
green.
sienna.
So, one thing I notice about this is there's a really warm green, but there's no cool green, but you can cool it down with one of these blues.
I thought this was a cool green.
This one?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's a green. Is it?
Really?
Let me look. Let's check. It's hard to see.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, it kind of is a cool green.
It's like a dark cool green.
I just haven't messed with it. Is that like a phthalo or something?
Yeah, I think it's a phthalo green.
Wow, very vibrant.
This is probably either a sap or a viridian green. I don't exactly know. Probably
a sap.
Burnt sienna.
Sure.
This is probably black.
That's like a no. Actually, funny enough, there's no black.
That's like Payne's gray.
Yeah, that's Payne's gray.
It's Payne's gray. This is burnt umber.
Acrylic paint. Acrylic's great. It dries super fast. I would say if you're doing acrylic paint, get a Masterson Stay Wet palette.
Yes.
Look, little
I know. I was
face in
just
there.
gonna say. I was like, oh, that's cute.
There's a little face in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely
like
say, Masterson Stay Wet palettes are lifesavers for acrylics.
They make the paint stay wet for so long.
I would never do acrylics without one.
It'll be unworkable.
It's so hard. Acrylics dry so
You'd be
incredibly
surprised.
fast.
When we took our oil painting class, we were originally going to do acrylic, and then we realized how hard it was to just maneuver the paint. So we ended up getting oil. And oil is actually way more easy to maneuver things. It doesn't dry as fast, and it's just fun to work with. But it does require different materials, like specific brushes and like a mineral solvent, like Gamsol, to clean the brushes. Whereas with acrylic, you need water. But I would say that for sure, get a Stay Wet palette for acrylic. That will be a lifesaver.
Masterson Stay Wet palette. You can screenshot that. If you're doing acrylics, I really recommend it. Some people don't use them. I wouldn't use acrylics without them. They will literally keep your acrylics wet for days. Days. They just never go dry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're doing watercolor, get something with a lot of pigment. They last a long time too. They last a long time. And check art stores for tubes. Tubes. Do you need a graphite tube? Can you guys show different types of eyes for male? Super pretty green. It is a pretty green. That's a very pretty green.
Honestly, you can really decide whatever kind of eye you want to call it a male eye. But generally, there's a few types. There's like a round male eye. For male eyes, like especially if you're gonna do like adult male or like young adult men, keep it like smaller, like narrower, not super big, unless that's the intention.
Duff Pappy, there's a paint called Golden Open. It's a slow drying acrylic.
Golden Open, yes, that's like
the brand is Golden, and it's their open line. They dry really slow. They stay wet for a long time. They have what is it called mixed in?
I don't know.
What's that crap called? It makes the paint dry slower. It's like a thing that you basically mix in.
That's it. I don't know what it's called. So here's like a round type. Here's a sharper type. And all I did was I just took this and just flattened it. I left all this.
Yes.
A medium, yes.
I have not done a lot of traditional painting in my life. We've dabbled in acrylic. We've dabbled in oils. Probably more than dabbled at this point. And we've dabbled in watercolors. So I know a little bit. We know a little bit. You've done more painting than I have because you had classes at Art Center where you were painting.
Yeah, I sucked at it though. I was probably one of the worst painters.
Beginner? I'm a beginner. Do you recommend using acrylic or oil? Oil is more forgiving for beginners, but you have to use something like Gamsol or a terpenoid. I would say it depends on you. Honestly, Golden Open's pretty great. They were made for plein air painters, I believe. Yeah, a whole bookshelf full of different paint. Yeah, so do we.
Mm-hmm. I used to hate watercolors until I actually got really good watercolors, and I was being patient. A lot of our watercolor drawings were made in watercolor, and that's when I started to really like it for illustration. I used to only use alcohol markers, but that proved to be actually way more expensive.
Yeah.
Let me try.
Found, chat, you know the coolest thing? We found in the clearance section at Blick a 200 milliliter tube of cobalt blue oil. And because the tube had a little leak in it, they sold it for so much less. It was like a quarter of the price. We got it for like $20. It's originally like 60 something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of my favorite colors. I love cobalt blue.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those. That's Cotswolds. No, that's Rogel's, yes.
I love watercolor.
The other one was Salem's, right?
This one was Salem's, yes.
Yeah.
So these were all watercolor drawings that I did for a promotion that we did for Anime Art School. And I used a blend of acrylic markers and watercolor, and they actually work really, really good. What I really liked about watercolor is that you can kind of get like a Copic effect, Copic marker, alcohol marker effect, just using watercolor markers and just plain old watercolors, and they're great. I still haven't touched my soup. It's gone completely cold now.
Uh-oh.
Go warm it up.
Looks like the microwave is in order.
I get impatient with watercolors sometimes, so I just bring a hairdryer. Yeah.
I don't really have a problem with watercolors drying too slow.
I think it's just because we live in a dry climate.
Well, yes, we absolutely do live in a dry climate.
So things dry way faster. Hey, Lindsay.
You know how to draw drapery? That's what I need to do for class? Yeah. We do a lot of drapery. We have a whole 14-week class on drapery in our anime art school. What kind of drapery, like, are you looking for? I mean, drapery.
Do you mean like
is mostly going to involve, if you're drawing like people with really long clothes or like clothes draped over people for like more artistic studies, you're mostly going to be dealing with like with diaper and pipe folds.
Mm-hmm.
And
or even some drop folds.
Drop folds for sure. What specifically are you looking for? Hey, Lindsay on YouTube, how you doing?
I think one of my favorite folds to draw is a drop fold. It's so satisfying.
It is, and it's so easy.
It's so easy.
It's just like...
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little drop fold.
Yeah. Trying to understand folds, it's so confusing.
Tension and compression.
Tension and compression.
That's your best friend.
That is your best friend.
Are tension, Mr. Tension, and Mrs. Compression.
Oh, that's cute.
What? Character design challenge?
Mr. Tension and Mrs. Compression.
And they're a cute old couple. And the guys, they're both all like grumpy because tension and compression.
Oh, they're both grumpy couples.
He's always tense.
That's funny.
And she's always like,
Scrunch, mean. Oh yeah, like a tense guy who's like, hey.
wow.
And then a mean old lady who's like, heh, always compressed.
I clicked it. Are you happy, crits? Oh, okay, never mind. It came back.
It didn't work.
Oh my goodness, crits can with 5 gifted Anime Academy memberships on YouTube. Beth, Japanese name that I can't read. MF Crossfire, Juan, Audit, Adit, ADIT, you all got gifted subs, gifted memberships. I'm used to listening to Twitch. On YouTube, W's for crits. It's still loud. I thought I turned it down. Wait. Became a member. Oh. What came up? The Miko love or the Miki smirk?
I thought it was Miki Smart.
Oh, I turned the wrong one down. Let's see if that one works.
I mean, folds is generally like, just imagine a bunch of cylinders underneath
Super
the
chat.
cloth. It looks like this. And then you can either make it thin or thick. There's thick, wide, far apart folds that look like this, very, very wide stance. And then there's like very thin folds that are close together, like this. And then there's also another fold that is more like diamond shaped and has like a lot of eyes for the folds. You know, that appears in areas where like just a lot of excess fold is relaxed and kind of just doing whatever. These folds appear when there's gravity. You know, a lot of these folds happen when there's something, you know, hanging off on the side. You'll see a lot of these folds. 7 basic folds will generally be pretty helpful if you want to know the different kinds of folds and what happens to them.
These are not half pans. Dog cards.
I need to get some water. She also won't let me draw in any way except realism. Oh yeah, this is drawing clothes is all just realism.
That's fine.
That's fine.
It's the same.
It's all the same. This is
It's
not anime
literally
style.
the
This is
exact
literally the
same.
exact same. All you have to do is just render it different.
Yeah, a drop fold is a drop fold. A pipe fold is a pipe fold.
Mm-hmm.
This is all. You
mean,
can't
like-
actually find any anime drawing classes for clothes.
Yeah, this is all realistic clothing. I would say like realistic doesn't also mean more detailed. Funny enough, there's a lot of people who draw from life or paint from life, and they simplify a lot to the point where it feels realistic, but it's not like showing all detail of realism. You know what I mean? Unless you mean like hyper realism, but we don't generally teach that. I would say it's fine if you simplify it. You sometimes have to. Like, notice I didn't draw all the folds on here, and I didn't really define every single line in this drawing. I just gave it enough folds to make it feel like a shirt from the reference. And I would definitely not draw drapery just from your imagination. We'd have no idea how to draw folds. So
That would be a recipe for disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to draw realism, here I have some costume stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot on my iPad, but I have a couple things recently.
I love those.
All these are realism. This one's realism. This was some costume stuff that I did. Realism. Folds are folds. Tension is tension. Compression is compression. Here's some more. All realism. You can see. Same thing. Realism. No anime face there.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Clothing drawing is clothing drawing. Whether you're doing realism. Here's some more. These are studies of some statues.
Yeah, statues are great for drapery.
Yeah. All realism.
But look at the types of folds that he's drawn. There's only a few types of folds you got to remember. There's those diamond triangle ones that I was talking about, and that's where they appear on like a lot of compression areas. Here's like that nice diagonal fold that has a bunch of like close together smaller cylinders. There's these pipe folds down here. There's really not that many folds.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's great.
But you can see that I'm also designing.
Yeah.
Like I'm designing my shapes. I'm thinking, what is this shape right here? What is the cast shadow from the arm? What is the cast shadow from the arm doing to describe the clothing below it, right? We've got the end of the knee right here. You have a plane change. This is light, we have a turn, and here's dark. I'm planning and describing with triangles in here, right? Here's another cast shadow on this base. I've put this character on a base to give it a little bit of like oomph underneath of it so it doesn't feel like it's floating. Whoa. Right? I put all of these on bases. I'm even designing a little bit of shapes in here, right? Here's more of that cast shadow describing the folds below it.
Look, that's just one stroke.
What? Yeah. And I'm just doing one stroke, right? And I'm varying this as well. So you can see this kind of little happy face shape right here.
Like that.
Versus this really light one, versus this small one that's not quite as dark. So that's all planned. That's all intentional. Right? More drop shadows, describing it, all that kind of stuff. So when you're doing clothing and drapery, and this just comes in time, think about the design. Vary your shapes, vary the sizes, vary the line weight, the thickness, vary, the lines coming from tension points.
Oh, I love that one. That one's great. Drop fold.
Yeah, there's a drop fold right there on this side.
These are all pipe folds.
Yeah.
Here's a diaper fold. It's a hook fold.
All good, Dahlia. Have a good night.
I really like this one. Feels really good. Feels like an instrument. I don't know. That's all I can really think of. It's like those crystal lanterns, or not the crystal chandeliers that look like a drop fold. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And
Misaki
says, "Is it finally the day you follow me on TikTok and we become moots?"
Mutes.
What is
Mutual.
Moots, like mutuals. I don't know, chat. Give us a yes or a no. Is it finally the day that we follow Misaki? Yay or nay? Are you going to be nice to Misaki, or are you going to be like, no, I don't know who Misaki is. Get her out of here. Don't follow.
Nice face.
Is chat feeling nice today, or is chat like, I don't know who this is? We have 3 yeses. IDK who they are. Yeah, I'm not sure who they are either. Luki.
Yeah, very nice drawings, Colton.
Misaki's a mod.
Yeah, she's a mod. Oh, these are so cute. And look, this is all.
Oh yeah.
This is all realistic.
That's some
realistic cloth.
Dang, why can't I draw like that anymore?
You can. You just haven't sat down and drawn it. You can draw this.
Dahlia says yes.
I love this pose.
4 yeses. 4 yeses, and then I don't know who they are.
I think you should color this again, or like render it, turn into like a full-on illustration. I still love these illustrations.
I do too. You know what? I should get back on that. Maybe I
Yeah.
should do something like watercolor with them.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
I don't know.
You did it.
I hit follow.
Oh, I should color this. I want to color this one. There we go.
The canvas is 5,000 by 6,000 pixels, but the drawing's that big.
Mm-hmm.
So the canvas for this one is probably like 1,000 pixels or something.
Something like that.
You guys came to my class one time when I was in 8th grade. Now I'm in 11th grade. Was that
when
Miss Weiss?
Was that Miss Weiss's class?
Misaki, we followed you. After all this Miki art. Yeah. Now you owe us a more Miki art. Yes.
Really? Oh my
Welcome.
god.
That's fun.
That has really been 2 years ago?
But let's be honest, were you one of the rowdy ones?
Or were you in the advanced class? In 11th grade. Wait, how many years ago was that? 8th grade? Hold on. 9th grade, 10th grade. That's like 3 years ago. Wasn't it? That's crazy.
I was in advanced art. That's fun.
Advanced art.
Wow. Welcome. That's awesome. It is fate. Did we just show up?
Did we just show up in
TikTok?
FYP?
On your FYP, or did you like find us?
You can tell Miss Weiss that you saw us. She'd probably be pretty happy. I haven't texted her in a while.
That is really fun. Oh my gosh, join our community.
Yeah, do it.
Yes, you guys were on my FYP. That is
Yay,
fun.
I'm glad you remembered us.
Normalize referring to your friends and coworkers as chat. It's already normalized for us. I saw and I immediately recognized you guys. We are indeed recognizable.
Yeah,
we've got
a bald man and an Asian girl.
Bald man.
Well, so long story short, I'm from Miami, and one of my art teachers was really close, and she inspired me to go to an art high school. And when we visited my family in Miami, we decided to go visit my art teacher, and we got to, visit her classes and visit their advanced art class and other art classes. And so that's how we saw Sammy, right? Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Are you Chinese? Yes, I am Chinese. Bye, Misaki.
Bye, Misaki. Ooh, Miki Biki soon. That's fun.
That sounds fun.
Misaki, I want you to design Miki Biki an outfit.
Ooh.
You can draw her in whatever outfit you want. If you want to make your own outfit, that'd be fantastic. We have a Discord server, by the way. If you want to join the Discord server, Linky is right on this card here.
Oh, oops.
Yes, you can get the invite on drawanime.com. That is our URL. Type that into your browser, and you can find our Discord invite on there. We have a fun community. We do live streams every week, like 3 times. A lot of people post their art, hang out. We even have game night on Roblox sometime.
I got into an art program in high school, but my counselor put me into 2 art classes instead, and didn't tell me. Does that mean you got less classes than you were promised for, or you got more classes than you were promised for? How did you find your art style? I can't find what works for me. I didn't find my art style. I'll be honest with you. I didn't necessarily find it. I think
it found me.
It found me, but even then, I don't really consider this like my style, because I don't necessarily only. How do I say it? It's my comfort zone, but I wouldn't say like, oh, this is my style, and I carefully crafted it.
Your art style will develop naturally based on what you like to draw and who you study. That's how art styles work. You can control your art style by studying artists with styles that you like. If you like colorful things, you'll use more color, and you will develop a
If you like a certain eye
preference for colors that is unique to you. You will develop a style of line work that is unique to you. You will develop poses. If you draw a bunch of characters and you study poses, you will draw the types of poses that you've studied. What makes an art style look good is foundation. Good foundation will make any art style look good, because it will have good perspective, it will have good proportion, it will have good design. Your art style develops naturally based on what you're interested in. So you could focus on art style, or you could completely ignore it and not even think about it once in your entire life, and it will still develop. It's like muscle memory.
Yeah.
If you develop a muscle memory, that is certain colors, certain lines, certain strokes, certain shapes, that's going to be your art style. If you draw things very angularly and geometrically, then you'll develop an art style that's more like that. Tips for drawing the legs? Oh, bro, I need that. I'm horrible at drawing legs.
Let me think.
Hi, me again. I added your advice on my art. It looks 100x better now. Did you post it in the channel again? I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see it. That'd be super cool. Okay.
Haven't?
There's a few curves in legs. Curves for the glute to the knee.
Oh.
So it kind of looks like that. It's like a slightly diagonal. And then you got another curve, which is an S curve, like this.
It's kind of like a W.
It's like a W, yeah. W. W. Or an M, whichever it is. Here, you have two little attachments. You got one attachment up in here, which is your adductor muscles. And another attachment here, which is part of your calf. Now, this is like very, very, very gestural, but basically it kind of looks like that. Looks like a tube. The way how I draw it is I'll overlap. So this curve will overlap this curve. Here's my calf. Here's my knee. This intersects this curve.
Yep. That line that's coming down, by the way, that's the tibia.
That's a tibia, yeah.
So that line right
Or
there
your shin.
is your tibia overlapping your calf muscle on the back. That gesture breakdown, by the way, right here, is from an artist named John Asaro.
Yeah.
If you want to look him up, Asaro, he made the famous Asaro head right here. If you've seen this thing floating around, this is an Asaro head, and he broke down the body. And I actually have one of his models here as well.
Oh, you do. Oh,
so
yes,
you
you
can
do.
see that he breaks down the leg just like that as well. See, here's this. Can't really see it very well, but it kind of goes zoop, zoop. It's like
and
that
then
W.
extra attachment, extra attachment.
Yeah, you can't see it very well because the lighting's really soft.
Yeah.
Bruh, look up John Asaro's work. It's so
Bro,
good.
it's so good.
Johnasaro. He's a painter, and he is phenomenal. He has really, really, really gorgeous colors and gestures. He's very, very good. I'll find something by him and show it on stream because ain't nobody leaving this stream to
Without
go look
seeing
it up. John Asaro. Here's an example of some of his work. He's an oil painter.
So colorful.
John Asaro.
Can you help with drawing proportions for the face/head? I feel like I make the hair so flat. I wouldn't say that's a proportion problem. I would say that's a volume problem.
There's Asaro's
Whoa,
work
that's
as well.
interesting.
Here's something that he did. Asaro's art.
Whoa.
He's
Yeah, I
a
wanna
very,
look at it
he's a
closer.
very good painter. It's cool, huh?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so this guy's a traditional painter. He does oils. He's the guy that made the Asaro head. He's so good, bro. Look at this. What the heck?
He didn't put me into the class the program was under, so I was put into a random basic class. I skipped the class to help with paint murals in the art class, though.
That's so good.
Did you ever tell the counselor that they messed up and had to change it? Because that does suck.
All oil
Oh,
paintings.
so gorgeous. Wait, I need to look at that closer.
Yeah, it's good, ain't it?
Oh my gosh. I love how expressive those paint strokes are. Guys, look at that elbow.
Guys,
Look at how he chiseled that.
look at that.
That's an elbow.
That's an elbow. So
It's
good.
only a few strokes. I don't understand how he does that. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
It's just insane. He's so good at painting, dude. And all his stuff is so gestural. It's just gorgeous. Ooh, this one's really nice.
Oh, wow. It's so fluid.
Yeah. Everything's so nice. He's a very good painter. What program are you using right now? I'm looking for a new one. This is Procreate on the iPad Pro 13-inch with an Apple Pencil Pro. Bro, it's so good. Oh, that's sick.
Wow. So graphic.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Get on that level. Wow, that's so cool. Can't show that one on stream though. Bro is so good. Look at this.
Wow.
Look how cool that is.
I like how he just like continues to reveal more colors and at every like different stage.
Bro is so good. Wow, look at this high key painting.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I would love one of his paintings.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Bro.
Oh, you should show that guy with the purple-ish work.
Oh, I don't know the.
Oh,
I don't
Bato.
remember. Bato. Kobato.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What is that even?
Kobato? That's
Yeah.
the show that from Clamp that I wanted to watch
Oh,
with you.
I'm just like, where did I hear that word? I should probably be careful saying random words that I've heard before,
Look at
not
this.
knowing what they are. That could be a recipe for disaster.
This is so pretty. I just tinted this, and now everything's
Ooh,
like
that's
rose
cute.
gold. And then let me see. So this is what I also imagine when it comes to color theory. Is all like, well, think of this in the basic colors, like without any lighting center, and then I'll just like imagine myself dropping a tint.
That's
on here,
very nice.
And now everything's like kind of slightly changed.
So this
Uh-huh.
to this.
Wait, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, you got the form
Yep.
in there.
Yep, that's perfect.
No, I think that's great.
That is perfect.
It's the lighting is much more consistent now.
Yep.
And those shadow shapes are really pretty.
Yeah, really pretty. Nice design in the shadows.
Always think about use everything as an excuse, light and shadow, as an excuse to design shapes. It'll make you a much better artist if you look at everything as an excuse to design interesting shapes. So like, oh, I got lighting on the left here. How can I design shapes that are interesting?
Yeah.
I like that rose gold one. Where'd
I
that
know.
one go?
So all I did, someone's asking how to do this on Procreate. All I did was I chose a random color, and I literally just like dragged it
and plopped
and
it.
plopped it on there. But I really like
onto
that
the
rose,
layer.
onto the layer, on the color layer. So now I'm gonna go back to that rose gold because that was super pretty.
And so this is all on one layer. Is that? Oh no, that's under.
This is underneath the
Okay,
line
so
work.
you got a line work on top,
Yep.
and then you have color below.
Yep.
And you're just dragging a color onto
the color layer.
the color layer on the same layer.
Yeah. I like that rose gold. I'm gonna make it a little bit slightly darker though.
Yeah, I don't know either.
There we go.
YouTube timeline bar has changed. Just noticed.
Oh, interesting.
Do you have a tutorial on how to draw hair?
Yes, actually we do.
We have videos on YouTube on how to draw hair.
Toby's here.
Toby Precious Munchkin.
Tobin.
Hi.
Hold up, I'll show you real quick.
Are you gonna eat Poppy's hair?
This is the hair drawing tutorial. Hair tips you wish you knew earlier. This one right there.
Good stuff.
Yep, it's a pretty recent video.
And then there's hair shading videos below it.
Shading videos, yeah.
There's 3 of them.
Part 1, part 2, part 3.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Poppy, so cute.
I'm so confused on how to shade hair when the light's coming from behind.
Oh, that's easy.
You would use a secondary light source.
Yes, you would.
I mean,
A secondary light source to show like.
you're gonna have to show form.
Yeah.
See, if there's only one light source, everything that's hit by it, that's not hit by light, is gonna be black, like the moon in
Yeah.
the sky, because there's no bounce light. So if you want to be able to see stuff and the light is from behind, you have to have some sort of ambient light. Otherwise, the whole figure is gonna be completely black, and you're just gonna see a silhouette.
So for instance, this is what he means. If there's no bounce light whatsoever. Wait, let me just do this again.
So you have to have some sort of a secondary light, and I would say just do something simple.
It'll look like this, completely blacked out, and maybe like a rim.
Yeah.
It'll look like that. But what happens is you have to have a light in front to show a bit more information, and that makes it lighter.
Yeah. And so what would then end up happening is if you have a light in front, you can go and
I'll
start
see
filling
that.
in. Should I lighten it a
Yeah,
little
lighten
bit
it a
more?
little bit more. It's easier to see in person, but there we go.
You would want, and then all of this right here, this would be bounce, or this would be a secondary light. So the light from behind wouldn't be lighting the hair in the front. Like, you might get bounce, so like the light behind is gonna go and hit the wall in front of them and then bounce back and fill. like this, in which case that would be like a really soft light.
Yeah.
Bounce light off of a large object would be soft.
I'm just gonna make this a little bit better.
Someone says your videos are very good.
Oh, thank you. So like hair from the lights coming from the back.
Yeah. And now Christina could literally just take that blob and turn it into a head.
Yeah.
And it's because like the information is there. She's got 3 values, right? She's got the light, the rim light. She's got the medium tone in the dark, and then she's got the darks, and then there's the background, which is basically the same as the medium tone in the shadows.
I can use the light to describe a little bit more of like texture. Like that.
You wouldn't actually light the front of the hair and head and face with the light coming from behind.
No.
You would light it with bounce light, or a secondary light.
Which reveals more information
Yeah.
of what's happening. But like this is still in shadow. Like this is still the darker side. And then this side's the lit side, which is the highest point of contrast.
Yeah. Key 66 says, I just signed up for the Academy. Going to do the test course when my iPad charges. Wow, really
wow,
now?
Really? We need
Did you actually properly sign up?
Did you sign up?
We have people that always think
It's
the emailing list is the Academy.
Yeah.
Wait, stop. This will be so helpful. This will so help me finish my art I've been stuck on for days. Yeah, so the Academy is on the Anime Art School page. The
Yes.
emailing list is on the what's it called?
It's on the drawanime.com link.
Yeah, it's on drawanime.com.
But that is not the art school.
So wait, is it? Yeah, so that would be Bounce. Cow, is that how you pronounce your
It
name?
can be if you want to be bounce.
Well, yeah, it would basically be that.
Yeah.
And then you just morph this into a face that looks good, but the values are there. Hey, Spicy Art.
And also,
yep.
And also, the class is not Anime Art Academy. Just letting you know.
Yeah, Anime Art Academy is not our school. This is our school, not this one.
Not this one.
I mean, this one's, it's the same link, but you would go to drawanime.com and you'd hit the yellow button. So I'm not sure.
Because we haven't received an email that you actually got the class.
Yeah, we don't have any emails saying anybody signed up. So are you sure you signed up for ours? It should be on this website, drawanime.com.
Look at that.
What's up?
They're being
Ugh,
sweet
that's silly.
together. I always love it when I see cats cuddle together.
So key 66. Did you go to our drawanime.com page? Wait.
This is what I was looking at. This is what I see, and I said that's super cute.
That is cute. Kittens.
Kittens.
Clean that stinky boy.
That's so cute. I haven't seen them sleep together in so long. I thought they were never gonna sleep together again. On the same. Anyways. So if the light comes from behind and there is a secondary light, would it mix with the secondary light, if that makes sense?
Only in the places where both lights hit.
Yeah. If both lights like come together, then yeah. they'll mix.
I mean, if both lights intersect, then they would mix where they intersect. But the stronger light is generally going to win the battle of predominant like temperature.
Yeah.
So if you have a cool light and a warm light and they cross paths, you're generally the one that's stronger generally gets the win as far as whether you light it in a cool or a warm way. My dog likes your voice. She keeps staring at my phone. That's great.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. That's fun.
I didn't do any watercolor, bro.
I
think it would be so cool to do some watercolor tutorials.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've definitely got enough here. Where are your watercolors? Let me look at those. What do you have?
I have a lot more colors than you.
24 versus 14.
Do you want to just do some watercolor time?
Dang, what the heck?
Yeah.
You have yellow ochre?
Yeah, I have yellow ochre.
You have black?
Yeah.
What, bro? Homie. Why is your red all the way up here?
I
guess it's just like goes.
Yeah, something like that. I have basically all the colors that I need. You don't have any because you have a limited.
I'm
palette.
cooked.
No, you're not.
I'm cooked.
Oh.
You have a cool little
Oh, my bad. I did sign up for the wrong school. I saw Anime Art Academy when I Googled it with a free trial class.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, that's not our
ours.
stuff. We can't tell you how many people Google and find their Discord server and then are in their Discord server asking to find like certain channels and stuff. They probably
got a lot of
they're probably going to send
on
some
accident.
people over to our Discord server as
Punishment.
as what is it? What would the word be? Espionage?
Espionage for spying. So yeah, it's Anime Art
Could you
School.
show the side profiles so I could screenshot? Where are those? These ones?
Right over there. And I think isn't Anime Art
It's all good.
Isn't Anime Art Academy actually more expensive than ours?
Yes.
Ours
It
is actually
it's like
cheaper.
It's like $1,500 or $1,700 for everything.
Yeah, ours is $497.
Ours is only $497. You know, not to brag or anything, but we actually have a lot of content. I haven't been through it, but we have a lot of content.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay to open commissions even if they're a beginner? Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
it.
the worst that happens is nobody commissions you.
Mm-hmm.
You got nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Wow, look how red my ear is. It's because I got a bug bite.
Homie.
Look at my other ear. It's
Wait.
complete.
Your ear is so red. Abby ears, bro. Bookmarked your official page for when I can afford to sign up officially. Awesome. Yeah, and feel free to join our Discord server in the meantime. We go live every single week. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. After that, we're going to be having oil painting classes on Wednesdays, so we'll be doing like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday, Friday. And we also do giveaways, streams. When we hit 200,000 subscribers on TikTok, we are going to do another probably happy stream. Happy stream?
Happy stream? 10 hour?
We're going to be doing another large stream.
Happy stream. It's
With
definitely
probably some giveaways. Heck, we might even give away this XP pen tablet that we've been holding on to for a while. The problem with giveaways is that you attract people who
Or only just want free stuff.
who only want free stuff and who will like trace and steal art in order to try and win it. With just like for funsies art, you generally don't get anybody. I should say you get much less people who trace and steal and plagiarize in order to win, because it's more just for fun and there's nothing to win. But with actual giveaways and competitions, you get much more people who are just like, I'm just going to steal art and submit it and see if I can get away with it. So it's difficult to run giveaways because it's really difficult to vet the submitted artwork. Mm-hmm. One of our ways of getting around that is we make really specific challenge prompts during stream. Isn't that an interesting problem though? Like, would you ever even think about that? Like, free, fun challenges that are just for fun. Like, people don't tend to steal a lot of art and submit, but like giveaways and prizes and stuff, everybody's like,
oh my gosh, I can try to
I'm
cheat
just
my
gonna
way.
go on Pinterest and steal something.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Maybe it's like they think that they have a better chance at winning something by doing that. I don't know.
Yeah, you tend to. I have so much untouched oil paints. Well, send them our way.
Send them our way, bro.
Please.
We would love them.
What kind of colors do you have? You know,
Yeah.
you get some oil paints. Seriously though, what kind of colors do you have? I'm always love hearing.
I love hearing the colors.
What was that green? Viridian
green is.
Such a gorgeous color.
And we have that color, don't we?
I know, we got some. It's so nice. Honestly though, we've just been using Ned Jacob palette.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is this palette? Where was the?
It wasn't the one Remy Robert Lumler's palette.
That's the one he got it from Ned Jacob.
Oh, okay. It's alizarin crimson. Cad
orange.
Cad yellow.
Cad yellow.
Ultramarine blue.
Ultramarine blue.
And
yes.
white.
And white. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I think it's
That's the whole palette.
Yeah, there was no burnt umber. We added burnt umber later. But yeah, that's the whole palette. How do you know what canvas size to choose? We just choose a generally big canvas. I always make my canvas 5,000 by 6,000, around that range. And if I need it bigger, then I'll make it higher. But 10,000 is quite big. You don't really need that. Just try something. I generally go 5,000 by 6,000 pixels. What tablet do you use? This is a iPad Pro 13-inch. Need to stay on these streams in the future, asleep, but after profiles, but what's on screen is sick. Oh, thank you. Fell asleep. Oh, okay, got you. This is Procreate. That's the app that I use for drawing.
Oh, chat, I saw this. I saw this the other day, and I took a screenshot of it. It says, artist level versus opinion on brushes. I completely disagree with this. Beginner artists, intermediate artists are obsessed with them, and professional artists talk about brushes all the time, bro.
They do.
Literally, half the time pro artists are talking about brushes. Why? Because they all have a baseline level of foundation. They all know it's not the brush that makes you a good artist. It's like professional race car drivers always talk about race cars. But they all have a good driving ability. Like, beginners think it's the race car that makes you good. Pros know it's not, but they all talk about it. Bro, I'm telling you, every time I hang out with professional artists, they're always like, oh, you got a new brush that you've been trying? Oh, I made this new brush the other day. You should give it a try.
Because it creates cool effects that they know how to use.
It's like it gives you the ability to do more with less effort, because everybody at the pro level is professionally trained. And so they love sharing brushes. There are so many pros out there with massive brush sets. It's not the brush that makes the artist. Like, all of them could make a masterpiece with just a basic round brush. I mean, we literally do everything watercolor with like just this single round brush. But everybody knows that at the professional level. Like, you don't have to tell a pro it's not the brush that makes the artist. Winsor Newton oil paints that I got and haven't touched oil paints yet. I've been using mostly acrylic because oils scare me as a new medium and they are expensive. Yeah.
Winsor Newton, those are nice quality.
Those are fun.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, jelly.
Jelly.
I would just jump into it.
Just jump into it.
Hey, what's the point of getting it if you're not going to use it? I would just dive into it.
I would just say, I think all you'll need is some Gamsol. And honestly, it's way easier to work with than acrylic.
Oh
like,
my gosh, oils are
you
so
can
great.
wipe it, you can like smudge it, you can layer things. So what our instructor tells us to do is start thin, and then when you and start just kind of build a basic value block in basic map of your illustration. And then once you're happy with it, then you like start painting thicker. So usually people put thick paint last and then thin paint first.
Yeah, you paint thin to thick.
Yeah, thin to thick.
When getting back into art, what art fundamentals do you suggest starting with? It depends on what your goals are. What do you want to do? If you want to draw portraits and characters, I would suggest different fundamentals than if you want to draw like landscapes and backgrounds and environments. So I would say the first question, if you're getting back into art, is what do I want to do? Like, what do I want to learn? Is that Sakura Card Captor? Where?
No, there's no Card Captor Sakura anywhere.
We have been watching it though.
Yeah.
We're on, what episode are we on? Like
50 something? Yeah. We watch it every night.
Yeah, we watch one episode before we go to bed every night.
Mm-hmm.
On TikTok, I see people using a, quote, hairbrush. I called them lazy and to draw. I was attacked with the video and people. Yeah, I mean, social media is the place people go to vent, like, emotions. You should see our comments on our latest video, bro. Cotswood, go look at our latest video, how to draw side profiles. I don't know if that's the latest one. Go look at our side profile video. You ain't seen nothing, bro. This video has 2,855 comments.
Generally, if you comment with a quote unquote strong opinion or with a opinion, people will have a reaction to it.
I don't even read TikTok comments. Bro.
Yeah.
There's so many of them. We wake up every day to like 50 comments. I ain't got time to read all that. We got streams to do, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of hairbrushes out there. I'm telling you, there are so many brushes that professionals use to save time. It's like the juicy reward at the end of a bunch of effort of learning foundation. And yeah, we have Udemy classes. We have like 113,000 students on Udemy. We get people coming through here who have our classes. This is our secret life. We actually live stream and run an entire social media platform. Not platform, channel.
Platform.
And Discord and school.
Yeah.
That's not even our final form.
Our final form. It's funny.
Have you watched K-dramas? No.
Nah. There is one K-drama that I do want to watch. And I actually do think it's quite funny. It's called Mr. Queen. It's about a chef that switches bodies with an empress, and he has to like find a way back into his own original body. It's really funny. I saw clips of it and I was like, oh my gosh, I would totally watch this.
Look how honest we are. I don't see a reason to lie.
Yeah, I don't either.
What brushes do we use? The single brush that gets used on stream we have up for free. And it is the singular best brush ever invented. That I've ever found. It's so good.
It is so good.
We got a linky here for you. I'm not saying your name. It's gonna sound weird if I say your name.
Huh?
But here you go.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here that use this brush. You can get it for here for free. Also in the Discord server, !brush in any channel. You're welcome.
Oh, I watched it so good. Ooh. One day I'll watch it someday.
Oh yes, I have seen that. It's really good.
Mr. Queen. It's super funny.
There you go.
It's basically like a girl that acts like a guy, and it's like hilarious, and she doesn't want to fall in love.
Oh yeah, I think K-dramas would be great. I just refuse to allow myself to watch them because I would have no life anymore.
That's true.
It'd be like getting into reading manga. Like there are certain things that I do not allow myself to do because I have really bad ADHD and I am prone to binging things extremely violently binging things. When Christina and I watched Attack on Titan, we stayed up till 11 a.m. watching the show. Like we literally.
It was bad.
It was bad. We got like sick.
Yeah.
We have no self-control, and so we don't even allow ourselves to taste.
It's like wine.
I have no self-control. I think K-drama is fantastic. Probably. I won't let myself watch it, though. If you paint it with acrylic, yeah.
Yeah. I don't like acrylic very much anymore after starting with oil.
We started going to bed at 11 a.m. and then it would get later, and then it was the middle. You have to understand, we're working adults. I'm 30. A 30-year-old, as a 30-year-old who's working, I cannot allow myself to stay up until 1, 2, 3 p.m. and go to bed. Maybe if I was in like college or high school,
but
on summer vacation. We run a business.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say unless there was like a really special reason, we wouldn't really stay up that late anymore. There's just no time for that anymore.
Maybe if we're doing like a really big streamathon, something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, acrylic's fun. I would not paint with acrylic without a stay wet palette. That's great. Hey, 7 a.m. or 1 p.m. Honestly, it don't matter what time you're up to. If you're getting those things done that you want to get done. 19, yeah, that's where it's at. I am more than 10 years older than you. I have to be
More
a
responsible.
little bit more responsible. We have 3 cats to take care of.
Yeah.
Although, bro, they go to bed at 1.
That's true. More like they stay up from 1 till whatever time. You guys gotta wake up, so.
They stay up till forever o'clock.
Hey there. Oh, I can feel your ribs. Why do I feel a little lump here? It's weird. That's a weird lump you got there, Toby. Feel this.
No, I can't reach that.
Then come over and feel
I ain't getting up. I want to do more watercolor. You want to do some watercolor tonight?
Yeah, I'm
You're going to work at the table and I'll work at my table?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on my little sketchbook project because I'm actually really excited to work on it.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Well,
Bup.
how hard is it taking care of those cuties? And they actually really frustrated us this.
Oh my
this
gosh,
morning.
Applejack burrowed a hole in the expensive blinds in the hobby room because he absolutely had to look out the window in the middle of the night where it's pitch black and he can't see anything.
And then they keep opening our cabinets at night.
Oh my gosh, yes. Every single day we wake up, all the cabinets in the kitchen and the bathrooms are open. Because Toby's figured out how to open cabinets.
And he gets bored at night. He's
And
like, I don't know what else to do.
And he leaves little kitty hair all throughout the cabinets.
You're a troublemaker. Well, somehow you guys are so cute that we can never stay
And
mad at you for very
Applejack,
long.
we woke up one morning, he was sleeping on top of the fridge. And he got hair all over it. And then there's little trails of stuff on the counters. Ooh, we wake up and they're just like,
It's just magically there.
it's magically there. Oh, I wasn't on the counter. Those footprints aren't mine.
Those footprints.
I don't know who did that. Who could have done that?
Yeah. It was way easier when we only had one cat.
It was.
But we can't give them away because we love them.
Yeah.
Even if you guys cause a lot of
Yeah,
trouble.
Duff Pappy. We're gonna do something like that. We don't have knobs. We have like complete loops, but we'll have to figure out a way to keep them closed.
Rubber bands between the. Yeah.
Bro, you have so many colors. What the heck?
I mean, you're free to use it.
I love this, but I would probably swap out a couple colors. I like my 14 set. I can pretty much make any color I want. We got...
Uh-oh. Looks like Toby's awake. Ah!
What?
No! No!
He's eating Poppy's
He's
hair
eating his
again.
poppy hair. He's eating Poppy's hair.
Grab it out. Poppy cleaned herself on the floor, and there's big clumps of black fur, and Toby looks at it like it's candy. And he goes, and oh my gosh, hair.
I don't know why you find it so delectable.
He absolutely loves eating. It's not clean. There's still a bunch there and all over
Okay.
here. And look under him, and there's some clumps under your chair.
Poppy, why do you do this when you're happy?
He just looks at Poppy's hair as if it's the most delicious delicacy. He's like, oh my gosh, hairball? My favorite.
Your favorite meal.
Bro is wild. Double-sided tape. Hey, Villain Simp. Who is here on TikTok? 129 people watching nothing? What's up? Who's here? Say hi in the chat. Are y'all drawing? Who's drawing right now? Who's just like brain rotting like Who is just in the absolute depths of brain rot right now?
Present.
I'm drawing, not drawing. Me.
Velcro strips on the cabinet. Oh.
You know, funny enough, Pompoof, did Dahlia introduce you to our channel? I'm doing chem. Awesome. I'm looking for more tutorials for my art. I'm working. Very nice. Drawing Columbia from Genshin. That's fun. Columbina. Okay. I don't know Genshin. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, summer of 24. The funny thing is that Dahlia introduced you to our channel, but you're actually statistically one of our biggest viewers. Like
Longest watching.
like the most time spent watching streams. Like every single stream basically. Live metrics, number 1 palm poof. Maybe that's actually oh, never mind. It was the tiny stuff. Wait.
Gifts?
No, because someone said the Galaxy earlier, and they're not first. What the heck? I don't get it. Maybe it's the number of gifts? I don't know, TikTok. I don't want to see gifts. I want to see who's been watching our stream. I'm cleaning. Why do chores exist when all one wants to do is draw?
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Finally have enough free time to study. That's fun. It's number 1 gofter of that stream. But what is number 1 gifter anyways? Is that the most, or is that quantity of gifts, or is it like the amount of gifts? Because whoever given the most and is present. Okay, that other person left because they had to go to bed or something or do something. I don't remember.
It's not working out very well.
I wish TikTok didn't get rid of the top viewer. Crap, I gotta catch up on streaks. Hold up, chat.
Oh, well, there's June.
S-T-R-E-A-K. I didn't even think that there was a... I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I would have woken up tomorrow and it would have been like every single streak was like I needed to restore it, and I was just like, that's what I was forgetting.
I want to show you guys my sketchbook that I'm going to work on later.
You can see top gifter after you end stream. I can see top gifter now. I just want to see top watcher, like who watched for the most hours. We used to be able to do that and have competitions of like who watched the stream the longest every time. Oh, say hello to a refresh TikTok studio. Okay. You want to see our live analytics for the last 28 days? That's what it looks like. If you want to see what it looks like, how we live stream, 163,000 total views. We don't ask for any gifts. I ain't a sellout. I mean, I'm a sellout, but not for diamonds. Because I feel like asking for diamonds on TikTok streams is doing a disservice to our followers because it's a horrible conversion. Like, you spend like $20 and we'll only get like 5 or less. We prefer selling classes. But that's what our views look like over the last 28 days for live streams. Wait. Yeah, that's live streams.
We went to Blick art store the other day, and I found this super cute sketchbook.
Top viewers.
This is a
wow.
sketchbook.
Look, it's back.
Oh, it's back?
What?
Wow.
Let's take a look at our top. Wait, what? Oh, that's so pretty. I'll talk about this after.
Okay. I got the sketchbook, and I was so inspired because as a kid, I've always wanted a sketchbook that was like a medieval, like fantasy sketchbook. Ooh. And so what I'm gonna do later, now this is just like, you can barely see anything, but I'm gonna make like illustrations of our characters in like these fantasy settings. And so this is chapter 1. I'm gonna be making stuff, illustrations.
It's just blurry.
It's all blurry, unfortunately, but whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my sketchbook.
Yeah, she's been super hyped about it.
I've been really hyped about it. I haven't been so hyped about a sketchbook in a very long time.
Mini head mode, where are they available? Are you talking about these? What the heck?
Why is it updating? I didn't want this.
What is this? Who's making noise?
Toby.
Oh, Toby's trying to get in a box.
Now it looks different.
Do you mean these things? Fico rigs, speak of the devil. Check this out. Most watch time over the last 28 days. Fico rigs number 1. Palm Poof number 2. Lau number 3. There's Christina's grandma. She still watches our streams religiously. Dahlia, Michi, Cran Medina, Lee. Here's the top 10. Fox and Maisie.
Hey.
Look at that. Most watch time. Fico rigs in first place for 28 days. And check this out. We are back. It's back. We can check watch time again.
Yay.
Number 1 Palm Poof. Fico rigs. Nay. Albert. I don't know who that is. Are you new? Clone.
A lot of names that I don't recognize.
He may have won the war, Von Poof, but you won the battle today. Yeah, for real.
Toby, what do you want?
What do you want? He wants poppy hair. You want to chow down on some nice fluffy hair?
Cotton candy hair?
It is soft.
It is very soft.
Yippee, I'm top 10. Yes. I really want to do a watercolor stream.
Let's do it.
Hey, no. Look at him. He's like, I'm tired, but I want to play as well. Hey, Black Maiden. Any tips for drawing mouths and ears?
Yeah, but I don't know if I feel like doing that right now. Maybe another stream we can ask again, and I'll do it when I have more energy. Bro,
oh my gosh, I'm so happy that Time Watch is back. The top watching. What is it called? Top Watchers?
Top Watchers?
Oh.
Wait, don't we remember we had those metallic markers when we were dabbling in TikTok for the first time?
Yeah, we still have them.
I need to find those. I want those. Well, chat.
You gonna head off? Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to head out.
Bro, are you gonna use these for your?
I'm gonna use my watercolor brushes, but
Have you tried them?
Not yet.
So you'll probably have to do a test page.
Yeah.
What are you looking at that green screen for, Toby? Did you just eat hair? He probably did.
What are you eating? He's such a silly.
When's the next challenge stream?
We don't know yet.
Not sure. Probably, no promises. 200,000 TikTok followers. Y'all liked challenge streams, didn't you? Pretty good stuff.
Wait, 100K.
100K likes.
We're gonna give you guys head
Where's Crits with the reminder? Maybe Crits already reminded.
Well,
I'm laying in bed
Crits is
numb.
75. Good job, chat.
Chat, oh my goodness.
Poppy's here
100,000 likes. Good job. It's not even like in the right spot.
What?
There we go. There we go. Absolutely phenomenal, chat. 100,000 likes. Baby chat is amazing. Is amazing. Good work. Good job.
Good job. Poppy's here with Toby.
Toby? Oh. Poppy? You shouldn't lick him like that. He's been eating your fur. Did you know that? Are you thanking him for cleaning up? They're silly. Baby chat, let's go. All right. I'm gonna draw tonight. Oh, we just started watching that Overlord movie too.
Draw.
I know, I do. I'm saying we just started watching it.
Yeah, we did start watching it. So far, it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. How light work fights me. That broke my brain. Hold up. How light work fights me in art and chem. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means, Katsua. I want to donate to you guys, but I'm not in my 10K Ks anymore. I'm in my zeros. Huh?
I'm not sure what that means.
I struggle with light. I know what you mean.
Light on. I don't know. Are you guys fighting?
Money. Are they spepping?
I don't know. They're probably spepping.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad top viewers are back. That was one of the favorite things ever.
Yeah.
Chat. You know what that means? It means when we stream, you can ask who the top viewers are now again.
And we can... That'd be sick.
Live creators your viewers also watched. Pop Mart.
Pop Mart?
That's that stuff in the mall we always see.
I didn't know they had a...
Rogdon the artist. And then Pop Mart again.
And what does Pop Mart look like in the lives?
I don't know. Couldn't watch streams on this device because you're live on another device. We'll never know.
We'll never know. Oh, thanks, Muley.
Oh my gosh, bro. Let's go.
I appreciate those comments.
Who is... We can see who the top viewer is
And?
for the last 60 days? Where is
Aw.
that at? Top viewers.
What are they doing under there?
Oh my gosh. That's
Toby?
wild.
What?
Top viewers for the last 60 days. Fico Riggs has watched 85 hours of Draw Anime Academy.
My grandma.
Christina's grandma.
Number 2.
72 hours. Dahlia, 69 hours. Pompoof, 69 hours. Lau, 58 hours. That's a lot of Draw Anime Academy.
We should follow back my grandma.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't believe we haven't done that yet.
Oh my gosh. That's fantastic.
I'm glad that your life is with us, Fico Riggs.
You can tell I have no life. I could not have... I had no idea as well. We chose Fico Riggs' design for the winner of the competition, the challenge, just because we liked the design. I could not think of a more deserving person
for that reward.
2 people who won were in like the top 3 viewers. Your ear is so red,
I know,
dude.
it's like it's crazy red. It's
Are
like,
you lying?
It's like I'm blushing in anime style. Like, oh, my ear's so red. I'm blushing.
Poppy,
in my
you're
ears.
in the drawer, homie.
She's in the drawer? What is she doing in the drawer?
I don't know. She's just in the drawer.
Oh, that's cute. It's a cute place for her to be.
That's so great.
I told you I have a bug bite on my ear. That's the first time I've ever had one. I just keep itching it because it's itchy. Hey, Snaz.
Well,
Welcome back. You're very late.
This is fun.
Thank you.
Well, Poppy, Toby, you guys are wild. Toby, you need to get out the line there. You're going to shut down the stream. Speaking of shutting down stream, chat, it is officially time to end the stream. We've been live for 3 hours and 36 minutes. We need to do watercolor tonight, and I want to watch some more of this movie later as well. So thank you for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. Honestly, I really want to do a watercolor stream. Chat, what do you think of that? You want to do like a proper watercolor color theory talking stream where we actually teach like proper stuff? I mean, we got the setup for watercolor. Like, you know, we got a great setup for traditional art.
We sure do.
I think that would be a lot of fun. Have a good night. Thank you, Katsua. Good night. Good night. Good night. Don't forget, we have a Discord server. You can check it out. And don't forget, if you want to get good at drawing and you want to learn those pesky foundations and you're looking for somewhere to learn them all, and you want something that's organized and structured, and you've been trying YouTube videos and TikToks and they just ain't cutting it, we do have a massive online program that covers a lot of different great stuff, like anatomy, figure drawing, clothing, costume drawing, character design, perspective, backgrounds, all of that kind of stuff. It's huge. It's like a year-long program. You can check it out here. Drawanime.com. That is our website. It is a URL. Don't Google it. Just type it into your browser bar and then hit the yellow button. You can go check it out.
It's a college-level art class for beginners as well.
Absolutely. It's great for beginners. It's great for experience. I mean, it's a foundation school. So, yeah, go check it out. And we will be live again very soon. Probably Wednesday. But if we do go live tomorrow, we'll let you know.
Apple.
And yeah, bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate all of the new people here. Love your courses. Thank you, Katsua.
Oh, thank you, Katsua.
Have a good night. Zargon. Zargon.
Jargon. Hi, Applejack.
DM is coming soon. For sure, Crits. Whenever you want to send a direct message. Leaf Loafy. Is that La Leaf Loaf?
It's most likely a Leaf Loaf.
Good night, everybody. Have a good
night.
rest of your night. Make sure you think about Miki Biki and Ray. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.
See ya. And we'll catch you later, YouTube. Live control. Bye bye.
Bye.